It's time to roll, time to slay, time to loot. Grab your dice, ready up, let's go!
Previously, on the Chronicles of Celestria, Stonehaven moved again, not loudly, but with purpose. From velvet shadows to fractured truths, the House of Delights faded behind them, and the city opened its veins. The party split. Some went to safety, joining Elirr back at the reserved study, I guess, of Jinglethorn. Others went into the heart of the city. At the forge, steel was reforged. At the black market, truths were bought. The butcher boys spoke of depths, of whispers, of names that are very similar to all of you, or familiar. The Feathercasts, the Calderim, and perhaps Victor Costello. In the temple districts, the gods listened. Luna spoke to Diego. The path to healing was clear, but choice would follow. Thistledown did not answer Judge, but pointed instead to something older. And before the silent gaze of Fervis, questions fell unanswered. Then the party moved to the Ravengard estate. Grand, empty, haunted by absence. Behind hidden walls, truth waited. The name Marina, not a rumor, not a story, a mother, a secret, a victim. Erendor was never meant to be who he became. A son denied, a life rewritten, a body left drained in the night. And in his room, a warning. Do as you're told, or you will never see her again, with the initials OF. The pieces shifted. Doubt crept in. Certainty fractured. And for the first time, the question was no longer what he had done, but why. The party regrouped at the Tower of the Keepers as the sky carried something new. An airship approached on the horizon. Hope, perhaps, likely that of Jinglethorn and his entourage. But time had other plans. For a moment it froze, and from the stillness came truth. Thalos Riftbreaker, once again. The keeper of balance. Bound by time, dying by it. The crown of chaos was revealed, shattered. The stones, scattered pieces of an imprisoned god. Fervis, the god of chaos. The one who refused. The one who had previously broken the world. And now the Calderim move. At the grove, a ritual awaits. At least 2 of the stones. That appears to be all they need. Summon some form of avatar. Time returned, but something had changed. The name Malachor hung in the air. A stone was given freely, a future granted uncertain, and the race has begun. This is episode 40 of the Chronicles of Celestria, Embers of Anarchy. We begin today with all of you having just bought all of your items from Thalos. He spoke to you about everything that he had to say with regards to revealing truth, with regards to Malachor and the Calderim trying to force this sort of free this sort of being that he couldn't quite picture. It was either a god or an angel or something in between. Something that he guaranteed would be the end of the world as we know it. You each purchased items. I think the only one who hasn't at this stage was Zelentrus, who held off. But you did manage, Zelentrus, to get hold of his Starlight Stone in exchange for the celestial dust of your ancestor, Kalara. As you're all standing here at the base of the Tower of the
give
Keepers...
me freely my ass.
At the base of the Tower of the Keepers, as the airship begins to move in the air, as the flames of the candles around the outside of the lantern lights begin to pick up again, and the wind begins to surge at your feet. Diego, you see standing on the other side, behind Varys, is your father, with 2 coalition guards. He doesn't appear to be in chains. He doesn't appear to be standing anywhere he shouldn't be. He's where you asked to meet him. He's where you asked Varys to ask him to meet him. The rest of you, you've all been given your items. You're not yet attuned. However, I have added them to each of your sheets, so you should have them. If you don't, then let me know in the break and we can get them in there. But it's now about 6:30. The airship is just coming over the hills. I would say you guys can see it over here, coming over this wall in the distance. It's about to dock at the at the Tower of the Keepers on the sort of airship landing above you. And you can hear what sounds like trumpets in the distance behind you coming from the Pillars District. Diego, you notice Varys looks to you. He's about 3 or 4 meters away, but he's made eye contact with you.
I do that thing where I wasn't looking at him, but then I sort of see him looking at me. I look at him, and then I awkwardly look away, and then I look back, and he's still looking at me, so I look away again. And then I tap Judge, and I say, "Hey, Judge."
Yeah.
I think Varys is looking at you.
Where's Varys?
Well, I don't want to point him out, but if someone sees...
What do you mean he's looking at me?
Look.
Sure he's not looking at
and
you?
then I gesture him to look in the same direction. Is he still staring at us?
He's looking at you, and now he's looking at Judge. He looks back at you, and then he steps to the side and looks at your father before looking back at you.
Oh. What now?
I mean, what other time are you gonna get? It sounds like we're gonna be rushed out of here before too long.
Yeah, but there's a lot of people here.
The best way to hide a conversation, right? I mean, mask it at least.
Okay, I am not good at hiding these sort of things, but sure, okay.
Just whisper, dude. You know how to whisper.
Yes! I walk on over, trying to look as inconspicuous as possible, but probably drawing more attention than I should be.
The coalition guards speak first. Sorry, sir. State your business. And you see Victor sort of goes, "No, this is my son. Diego. I'm glad to see that you're well."
Yes, Father. I'm glad to see you're well too. And I look at the coalition guards. How close are they? Are they?
They're basically keeping a sort of perimeter around him. Imagine he almost has 2 or 3 meters either side that's just given to him.
Okay.
It's his space. So
If I were to whisper,
yeah,
it would be
absolutely.
Okay. Cool, that's fine. I would just stand next to him while looking at the airship, pretending that that's sort of the focal point for the conversation.
He's watching it,
and then I'll just tilt my head down slightly and just say, "So what are they saying? Who are they saying bust into the archive?"
At the moment, they're still investigating, Diego. The focus will be Jinglethorn this afternoon, and the archive will be investigated. I trust you got what you wanted in there.
Not really, but I got what I got, huh? You know your name is signed on every piece of paperwork we found.
This day has been long coming, Diego. I worry for your brother, I worry for you, I worry for your mother. But I knew one day this thread would catch up on me.
If you still do care for any of us, then I suggest you turn yourself in. We will be sending all of this information in front of the council. If you come with us, maybe they'll make an exception. You'll still do time. But, perhaps there's a way in which your sentence is lowered for good behavior. cooperation.
Perhaps.
If you don't do this, and you try to run, I will do what I can to make sure you survive, but I cannot guarantee it. There are people that I am
Diego.
with.
I'm tired of running from my mistakes. I will speak with the council. My concern is that my imprisonment is merely a means to an end. I know too much
I
to be
agree.
left alive.
You've been played the fool, Father.
Perhaps.
I see where I get that side of me from, eh?
I want you to know that throughout all of these years, every decision I made was one I made on my own. I accept my part in this. I never wished to tangle you, your mother, your brother into any of this. It was always...
You chose the easy way, Father.
I
For
was
someone
young.
so prideful, and for someone that taught me morals of earning respect, you didn't live by it yourself. You have done what you have done, and now it is time for you to make amends. A lot of people's deaths are on your hands.
You see that he looks to you as you say this. His eyes lock with yours behind his sort of bifocals that he's wearing, and there's a look of sternness on his face, as if without even needing to say it, he just agrees with a nod. It's
Before you turn yourself in, make sure you do right by my mother.
I think my time is a lot shorter than you think, as he looks past you at Varys. I've already spoken with Varys. I've already acknowledged what he uncovered, what you uncovered. All I can say is that I'm sorry.
It's too late for sorries. Just do the right thing. Oh, and for your own peace of mind, Javier will be fine. I've made sure of it. And then I'll just walk away.
You see he looks up at you as he goes to say something as you walk, and you just watch as you walk away. And you see that the coalition guards have turned. Sir, I'm fine. As yeah, you step past, and Varys sort of watches you go past. You notice that he locks eyes with you or turns his head at you as you walk past him, and he sort of nods to you, almost like a gentle bow. As you arrive back with the rest of the group, you hear, all of you, the trumpets blaring in the distance. You see Diego coming back. You see his father, a man who doesn't particularly look like Diego. He's quite pale. He's got very dark hair. He's very stern looking, wearing robes. But Zelentrus, you recognize him as Diego's father from when you broke into his house earlier this morning, or was it yesterday? I guess it was this morning. Yeah. As he comes back to you all, what do you guys do? Do you wait for the airship to arrive, or you stand here?
I think Diego falls into the back of the group and goes a little silent.
Mm-hmm.
And anyone perceptive enough might see that there's a little, like, Diego's feeling a bit of tension right now, but he's sort of just keeping to himself.
Mm-hmm.
I think Zell will just walk back and stand next to Diego.
Yeah. Not saying anything, just standing next to him. Yeah. Perfect.
A knowing look, if anything. But
Yep. Very nice. And the rest of you, as you've got your new items, and I think you're sort of back here, you've seen Diego walk off on his own. You're maybe watching the airship come in, and it's just like moving across the sky as you can see it just going over Sailor's Rest, coming towards the Tower of the Keepers, and maybe beginning to sort of dock at the little landing strip at the top of the Tower of the Keepers here. Is anyone doing anything, or do you wait for Varys to give you the signal to follow him as he goes over to the gate?
Where is Sylas? I think he's near Elirr somewhere. He'll probably look up at the airship. Really unfamiliar what an airship actually is. Like, Elirr, is that your master?
I imagine so. He mentioned he's been working on these ships, and he said he was successful, and I guess it's what it is.
I guess that's a flying monstrosity. Like, we need one.
It's crazy how you made that happen, I guess.
We should ask him. This is. Whew.
Well, probably beats carriage rides.
100%. But I was meaning to ask, is Jingleton like actually your master, or like how would we speak to him if we get the chance to that?
Well, he's one of he's the top one of the masters at the academy, the serious spire, and he always been in charge of me, and I don't know, I respect him more as, I guess, what you guys call fathers. So it's not it's all in I like it's not a bad person.
With respect, noted. Yeah. And I just look in awe at the airship coming in.
Yeah, you guys, I would say most of you. Actually, you know what? I'd say almost everybody apart from maybe Elirr. And you know what? It'd be Elirr and Ashira. The rest of you have never seen an airship before. This is the first time. Ashira would have seen it on her travels through Atria, as there are smaller ones around there. Elirr, you've seen them. They've gone from small sort of little airships with little magical contraptions on them to sort of fire into the air to get from one island to another. You've seen ones which use hot air, almost like zeppelins with like little balloons above them. This one appears to have some sort of magical energy coming from it, and what looks to be like a purple flame out the back, which is propelling it forward. What you notice is above it, there's a large, what looks like a sort of silo of air, a hot air balloon, basically giving this the altitude that it's at. It is considerably high up, at least 500 feet above you, as it docks onto this tower, which is far exceeding the height of the city. As it docks in, you see that there appears to be what looks like almost like a hook contraption on the end that hooks over the side, tying it in place, almost like a boat ties itself to the shore, and it begins to sort of attach itself. You see that it steadies and that the purple flame dies down, but it remains attached at the top of this tower. You can't make it out, but they begin to disembark. And it's with that Varys says to you all, all right, well, the seven of you, if you will, please come with me. As he steps to the front gate. It's like a large ivory gate with big sort of dark oak doors, and he opens them up inwards. You see that coalition members, at least 5 or 6 on either side, line the gate here as he opens it up and leads you through. They are with me as he leads you on in, and It's there that you wait at the base, where you begin to hear a clinking of what sounds like a chain being coiled up. And as you look up, you see a slight platform, similar to the one that you saw in the prison cells in Lava Crest, begins to lower. After considerable time of this clink, 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 you just hear that sort of faint hum coming from the platform. And then it arrives down on the ground in front of you. Before you, you see 3 individuals. I will tell you now, you see 2 elven-like companions with a small gnomish man with a crooked purple hat and a large white beard. They've all got bright blue eyes. They're all wearing what appears to be some sort of magical attire or robe. Elirr, you recognize these 2 as the Thalasters, who were, one of which was very kind to you, the other not so much. Alariel Thalaster is the girl on the left. And on the right, you see Corvin Thalaster, who is somebody you didn't get on with particularly well back in the academy. Dinglethorn looks to you all. Yes, Zelentrus, you are muted.
Sorry if I missed it during the descriptions. Can I just get a concept of size of this airship, like compared to just
It is
another
massive.
thing? Are we talking like size of a cruise ship kind of thing, or
Yes,
or
it is.
like-
It
oh,
is the
cool.
equivalent
Okay, cool.
of you'd probably be able to get comfortably maybe about 15 people working on it. It's quite a large thing. It looks like it has a hull underneath, and it has
Wait,
sort of
it's the size of a cruise ship and 15 people.
Sorry, like a large pirate ship is what it sort of looks like.
Large pirate ship. Okay.
With
okay,
like, if
cool.
you imagine a pirate ship with 2 sails, with 2 masts in it, that's what this would look like. It's got sort of a heavier back end where it looks like this engine is, and potentially some living quarters. And then the front, you would see, looks like a long deck. But you can't really make out from down here.
And you said about 50 people, 50, yeah?
50, yes.
50, cool.
Yeah, you'd be able to get a considerable amount of cargo, or at least quite a few people on it, working on it. But as you look up at it, this massive thing, these 3 individuals come off it, and you see first of all, you see these 2 very elven elves looking at you. They look like the people you would have seen on the streets of Sylvanthal. They have that sort of elvish look to them. They've got pointy ears, white blonde hair. And then you see this small little gentleman who is probably about 3 foot even. He is absolutely minuscule, with a pointy hat that makes up about a third of his body height. His stumpy legs look out to you, and to his side is a book that looks like it's maybe an inch from the ground as he walks towards you. Elirr, welcome. Sorry, hello. My mistake. I'm welcome. Hello. Who might you all be? Varys, it's good to see you. As Varys sort of nods. Dinglethorn. And compatriots, these are the 7 I spoke to you about. As he, yes, of course. I don't believe we've been introduced. Who might you be? I know you, Elirr. The silent few.
No, it's actually the very few. Diego the Lucky, many titles. We have Mirabelle Monroe. We have look at Sal. He like shakes his head. Stephen. We have Ashira Argent. We have
Wait.
You know what? Sylas Judge. Introduce yourselves, guys. I don't need to do everything.
An Argent. Interesting. Oh, yes, you did mention. I know Remus very well. Is he related? You're his...
Well, he happens to be my grandfather. And to my knowledge, he was on his way to Atria.
Interesting. I don't think we crossed paths. Mind you, we were flying through the skies. So highly possible we went over him. Well, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Miss Ashira. Judge.
Pleasure.
A master druid as well. Very
Name's Sylas. Nice to meet
recognize you from Yes, you have the look about you of someone of importance. Sorry to interrupt. Varys, I'm here. You mentioned a meeting with the council. What is it they want? And you see that they have a brief discussion. Varys sort of kneels down and begins to sort of tell him, whisper in his ear. During this time, you see that the two other elven people behind him sort of look over at Elirr. So you see Elirr, I would say all of you see this. One sort of looks at Elirr, and you can see he sort of rolls his eyes slightly, maybe looks away, and begins to sort of like check his pouch. The other one sort of like waves her fingers at him, all sort of like friendly, with a smile on her face. They're letting Jinglethorn talk, but they're also here. Well, perhaps before we go to the council, with all of these discussions that you mentioned, there's something about all of you that makes me think you might have questions. I think, if it's okay, perhaps we take a few moments here as he looks around, and you see this whole room. It's basically a large circular room. It's only got the elevator in it. There's nothing else in here. It's a stone pillar hollowed out from the inside. You can see what looks like arcane runes etched on the walls at the bottom, and all the way around there's some sort of like orange, or I guess it's like a sort of amber color the whole way around the room that sort of glows faintly as he looks around to all of you. Perhaps, Elirr, we could start with the tome. Did you manage to speak to it at all? Did it talk to you?
Well, I did manage to talk to it, but it's been raising more questions than answers. Like, you told me to go out and find more information and find out about the world, but seems in all of my travels, your name came up more than, I don't know, I would have expected. Almost seems like you could have told me yourself.
Curious. I suppose I could have told you some things, but I always feel it's better to learn your lessons on the go. You know this about me. As headmaster of the Atrial Spire, after all, it is my duty to try and teach you how to learn. Not to teach you things, but to teach you how to learn on your own. That's the real skill.
Well, you know the Master of Air, Eldrick, right?
I knew Aldrich very well, yes. He was a good friend.
It seems, do you know, did he have this book before?
Yes, well, the tome was once his own possession. I'd hoped that, seeing as you arrived back with it, that perhaps you were destined to have it. I felt as though you deserved it. As though you would be the one to unlock its secrets. I could never get the thing to talk to me. It bites.
What do you mean, I came back with it?
I think we need to have a proper conversation, Elirr, you and I.
I think so too.
However, if there's no pressing matters, I think perhaps a council meeting should be taken first. Are you living here in Stonehaven? Or do you all live here? Do you have someone to stay? Can I find you somewhere?
Me and my friends, we are staying with
We're staying at
Diego's.
my mother's place, yes.
Oh. Okay. Where might we be able to find you? I suppose I could use ascending, but...
Near Stone Covers Row. It's called the Marble Halls. It's a tavern, but my mother owns it.
Oh, Varys, you mentioned this. You know where it is? And he sort of nods like, yeah. Okay, well, perhaps I should go to the council first, see what it is they want to discuss, reveal a few secrets to them, and uncover this corruption.
Well, be wary. There's not only people to trust.
Oh, I'm well aware. I wonder, as opposed to joining me, at least into the council, as I think that might be difficult to do. As he looks at Varys, who's sort of uncertain. If you really wanted to come, you could be there for the discussion. However, I will only be calling them out on what they know. Why they summoned me to Stonehaven, I'm not sure. You mentioned the Calderim and their involvement. I assume you're all clued in. Of course you are. The involvement of the Calderim, the collection of the stones, it's all very dubious. I do wonder what it is they intend to do. Perhaps you can clue me in.
Could they be planning to get their hands on your stone?
I'd like to see them try. That is fun. Stephen, was it? You've got a strange look about you, Stephen.
I'm a miner.
Right.
Master, one question that maybe might... You mentioned the Calderim. You do know, you are aware of someone called Sylas from the past?
His eyes look up at you, Elirr, as you mention the name. Where did you hear that name?
Well,
Wait. He looks at you all. He speaks to you.
all of us. Only us.
Aldrich mentioned his name many, many years ago. Though I've never met the gentleman. We must have a conversation this evening. I will find you at the Marble Halls Tavern. Perhaps there I can explain everything you need to know, Elirr, and everything that you guys would have to ask me. I'm sure there's questions. Perhaps in the time being, maybe, if you don't mind, the Celestias, my two apprentices, could join you.
Yes, sir. Would appreciate catching up.
Perhaps they could answer some of your questions, at least in the interim, whilst I'm engaging with the politics of the city. Yes? Does that work for everybody?
Yes, by all means. And just so you know, my mother makes an excellent mojito.
Oh, I'm teetotal. I don't drink. Had to stop after the last. Got really hooked on the firebender drink. But anyways, it is what it is. Perhaps I'll give it a go. If she
Maybe
can...
you shouldn't.
Well, maybe I shouldn't. You see that Corvin puts his hand on his shoulder and just shakes his head at you guys like, no. Perhaps not even one. Oh, okay. Well, okay. If it's okay with you guys, I'll make my way to the council. Varys, please, if you could lead us there. The rest of you, I will meet you this eve at the Marble Halls Tavern. Until then, as he suddenly gets very formal, straightens himself out, and begins to walk, his little feet moving at 3 times the speed of Varys, who ushers all of you out to the street here. Before you, as you exit, you notice that there are crowds of people all around this tower, kept back by the coalition guards. Oh, we have a reception, as you see Varys leads Jinglethorn down the street into a cart, with a carriage rather, which looks like it's got what looks to be a sort of black trim the whole way around it, this sort of dark ebony look to it, and these very sort of white majestic horses as Varys hops in with him, and he nods to you all knowingly. The crowds watch him go, and you just hear calls of, Jinglethorn, look over here, sign this, Master Jinglethorn's here. You know, they're just loving him. He's treated almost like a celebrity here, as the name has been well respected around the lands. As he steps out and gets into the carriage, you all, it's now about 7 o'clock, 6:45, 7 o'clock, as it begins to get darker, and you see that the crowds sort of disperse a little bit, all just trying to get a glimpse of Jinglethorn. The Coalition guards go back onto duty. You see that a couple of them head back towards the gates as the Jinglethorn carriage heads up the hill towards the Pillars District. With you, you have Alariel and Corbin, who look to you both. Pleasure to meet you all. The name is Corvin Thalastir. High Mark Apprentice of Master Jinglethorn at the Aetherial Spire. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. You see that he bows to you all. Very proper, very cordial. He has white gloves that are silk with a little gold trim the whole way along. And you see that Alariel sort of looks at you. Oh, it's so good to see you. How have you been? Where have you been? I've been so curious. You must tell me. You must.
Well, we have a lot to catch up. Maybe we should just all walk together.
By all means, lead us on. Corvin, look at Elirr. As you see it, Corvin just goes, Elirr.
Corvin?
Well, to the Marble Halls, was it? Presumably it's a nice establishment. You mentioned a mojito. I wouldn't mind one or two of my own, to be honest with you. I'll cover the carriage. As he goes, starts clicking in the air, and you see that a carriage in the distance sort of looks at him, confused, and he sort of waves at him before he pulls up to you all. Where you headed? Marble Halls? Yeah, alright, get in. As you all pile in to the carriage and make your way back to the Marble Halls Tavern.
Just before we head in, I just whisper to Elirr, like, who's that lady?
Our good friend, like from school. She's always nice. Her brother not so much.
She's wonderful. And I just leave it at that. I'm just like still
Starstruck.
like all of my head, starstruck, all of my head from my latest encounter with an elven lady. So I'm just like not knowing what to do, but we'll just leave it at that.
Very nice. As you all get into this carriage, it's quite cozy. You can see Corvin sort of leans against the side, and they don't have them, but if they did have those, you know, those little handles next to the windows of cars at the top, he'd sort of be leaning, trying to grab something to keep his distance from somebody. He maybe sat next to you, Judge, and he's like, you know, surely a Warforged wouldn't have any oils or anything that would ruin his robes. But he sits next to you, and he's sort of close to you. He's sort of, yes.
I clocked on to the way he was treating Elirr, though, right?
Yeah, I mean, you guys saw everything happen there, so. I'm
gonna accidentally, there was something, like a food that was thrown into me earlier. I'm accidentally gonna, like, pop it out, and it's gonna fall onto him on accident.
God.
Maybe ruin his robes a little bit.
Whose is this? As he points at you, Judge.
Oh, that's mine.
Please keep your robot under... your machine under control.
Hey, don't speak to him like that. The fuck are you?
You mentioned it was yours, no? As he looks at you, Judge.
No, the food.
My apologies.
Do you want to walk to the tavern, or do you want to ride with us to the tavern?
It was a misunderstanding. Please do forgive me.
Right, it's a misunderstanding for the way you've been looking at our friend over there, right?
Who, Elirr? You're his friend, are you?
Well, of course we are. He's been driving with us, has he not?
I lean in and pick up the sausage.
Zell leans in and doesn't pick up the sausage, but kind of adds to the intimidation vibe coming from.
I want to intimidate him. I want to intimidate him. The way he's been treating Elirr has rubbed me the wrong way. I'd like to intimidate him.
Okay, can I have an intimidation roll from you, please?
Yeah.
Can he get advantage from me?
Do I get advantage from the way?
Yeah, I'll allow advantage because you guys are all sort of piling on.
Punch him in the face. No.
13.
It's a 13. He looks more uncomfortable, but not necessarily intimidated as he looks to you all. He just watches Diego pick up the sausage and slowly begin to, like, holding eye contact with you, Diego. Yes, Elirr and I traded blows once or twice at the academy. We were dueling partners. Master
He probably
Jinglethorn.
beat you, didn't he?
No, not once.
Oh, he probably could now, though.
Perhaps. As he smiles, and you can see there's like a grit in his teeth. Maybe.
Corvin, was it?
Indeed.
You would do well to respect all members of our party at all times, Zell says with just a thinly veiled, threatening smile on his face. Steve says. Steve the miner. Mechanics.
Don't fight. Don't worry. We good. We good.
Oh, it's okay. We were just merely suggesting he would be a good boy. Ding!
I chuckle.
I cast suggestion.
Do you cast suggestion? Okay, can you roll up the spell for me, please?
Yo.
As you pluck a string with this. Wisdom save 15?
Yeah, he has disadvantage. Because of the loot.
Bear with me. Here he is. Wisdom save.
Unless he has some sort of thing to
It's
charms.
whispered, but he rolled a 12, so you succeed with the charm.
My suggestion was to be a good boy. Take that as you will.
I'm sorry for hostilities. In truth, I was always a little bit jealous of the attention that Elirr had from Master Jinglethorn. Not few got to spend as much time as him with Master Jinglethorn. I've always been a bit envious of you, Elirr.
Okay. Thank you.
No matter what experience I may have, no matter how many times I may beat you in the duels or prove that I'm more capable as a mage, as a wizard in training, no matter what I do, his focus is always on you, and it drives me insane. Please forgive me for the way that I've treated you over the years. I don't know why I'm saying all of this.
Elirr, do you want to say something now as he got his emotions out and he's letting things go? Do you want to give a response to him to reassure him his feelings and, squash the beef?
There is no beef.
Zal looks at Ashira and his eye twitches.
We're all good.
As Chad starts to become therapist boy.
Elirr?
We good. We had our differences, but we all in the same. We all serve Master Jinglethorn.
Well, not all of us, just
Indeed.
you three do. Yeah. There we go. See, look, no problems in this cart at all. Good job. Good. We squashed some whatever this was supposed to be.
I'd say on the other side of the cart, Alarielle is sitting next to Elirr, but she can't help but stop staring at you, Mirabelle. I love your dress. It is divine. Is it burgundy? I never pull that off. It's divine.
I'm sure you can, darling. I mean, I've visited a shop here in Stonehaven. Perhaps if we have some time, maybe I could introduce you.
Oh, I would love to go. I've always wanted to see the shops here, the Pillars District. I've always wanted to go.
I'm pretty sure we have some time, no?
Do we?
At some point?
Perhaps. I know Master Jinglethorn really wants to get a move to Umbrasia. Something about a grove. A mission. I don't...
We just say it's supplies.
I like the way you think.
Very necessary supplies.
I like the way
I'm
you
sure while he's talking to the council, we'd have time to stop in one shop if that would be of interest.
Well, we could stop by now. There's also a lovely library.
Stop the cart! As you see Alarielle's like, stop! I would say that you guys, you have some time. You maybe turn. You've noticed that she mentions where we're going. She looks to Mirabelle. Mirabelle, do you give her the address of like where to go? You tell her. Yeah, cool. You guys are gonna go buy a shop on your way back.
Whatever is the closest stop off point, I'll jump out and go to the forge real quick to retrieve my item.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, and Corvin, be a dear. Would you carry their items for them? I just smile.
For Alariel?
Of course.
Oh, absolutely. It would be more than honored to do so. Anyone else? Anything else I can do for you? No?
I got this book. Don't let it bite.
Don't let it bite. I shan't, as he holds it very tightly. What did
I see Elirr do this, and whoever's next to me, I'll say it's maybe like Ashira, and I'm like, we turned him into a monster. Look at him. It's like Elirr's making this man carry his book for him.
As he's just holding his book that's growling slightly.
I think I prefer it this way.
I'm sorry, but Corvin, remind me, who's the god of storms?
Thalasso.
You bitch!
What is going on? Why is it so angry? Whoa!
And I just reach over and I stroke the back of the book. And there, you just need to be nice.
I think
how you
the
do
spell would give up because he's taken damage technically caused by one of my allies. So I think
he technically doesn't take damage because it's still bound.
Okay.
It doesn't actually attack him, but it is like it reacts in a way that's aggressively as it begins to move around and jostle him around in the cart. I would say that you guys stop and Judge, you hop out to jump into another carriage. You guys make your way into town. Mirabelle and Alariel step out from the cart. Alariel looks to you, Ashira. One for the road? We could all use an address. Unless any of you...
I'm not sure if I should be offended, but sure.
No, not at all. Just...
I
always like shopping in groups.
I wouldn't mind tagging along. Also got new robes I should get someday.
Yes, Elirr, come. As she gestures for you. I'd say that most of you hop out. Maybe some of you go inside, some of you don't. She ends up buying like probably 5 or 6 different dresses, stacking them onto her brother, Corvin, who is very happily agreeing to do all of this. And he pays as well in there for these dresses. Does anyone else buy anything? It's basically like a standard clothing outlet. It has some nice dresses, different silks, fabrics, mainly fine clothes.
Do they have any like robes, like fine robes?
They would
like
have
similar
fine
to
robes.
what I had before.
Mm-hmm. They would have fine robes, definitely.
Yeah, if I could pick some out, I guess.
Corvin pays for them for you, so I'll be good. Let me get this.
Ashira would pick out the fanciest silk pajamas that she can find and make him pay for it as well.
Oh, for only 200 gold pieces? Absolutely, I'll get those. As they're delightfully soft. Yes. Anything else? Do I have the coin? Of course I do. Yes. Okay. Well, if there isn't anything else, great. Perfect. Let me carry these, but you can all go ahead. As he starts filling up these bags of just shopping and begins to walk back to the cart. Mirabelle, you haven't seen this many fancy clothes being bought in one go since you came with your mother or adopted mother back in the day, or came in here maybe with Winzira in your youth and saw all of these different fancy sort of designs all over the place. You basically given them the most business you've seen in a single sitting for quite some time.
See, I told you burgundy was your color. You have a lot of coin, or at least your brother does. Does he indulge in sneaky business?
No, not at all. We're royals of noble family from Sylvanthal. That's where we're originally from.
Ah.
Yeah, so we're quite well off. I can see you with your taste. You must also come from nobility?
Well, my adoptive mother was a noble here in Stonehaven, but I haven't seen her in forever. So
Oh.
yes, this dress is the only pretty one I have right now.
Well, you can
But
have
I
this
wear
one. As she hands over a blue dress that she bought 2 of. Now we can. We're twins.
But surely I cannot accept this.
It
Thank
should
you so
fit
much.
you. I'm a little bit larger, so it should definitely fit you.
Oh, merci. Thank you so much.
No, not at all. Stop. Alariel, by the way.
Yes, Mirabelle. I assume this has already been said at some point.
Absolutely, but she's just like reintroducing herself here to like become friendly with you. Yeah. As you
Thank you
guys
so much.
as you guys get all of these different bits and pieces, you head back into the carriage. And I'd say that you actually go the long way out, as this side looks like it's still got quite a lot of activity. Whilst you're here, because you're here in the Pillars District.
I will also call Corvin a good boy, which should then end the suggestion, because I told him to be a good boy.
As you sit back in the cart.
As he gets back in, yeah.
Well, neat trick you have there. What did you say your name was again?
Stephen the Lucky.
Stephen.
We have a lot of Stevens in this group.
Right. Okay.
But I'm not a miner. I'm a baker.
Okay. Well,
The luckiest baker in all the land.
noted. I'm very looking forward to this expensive mojito. Possibly the most expensive mojito I've had.
Has the sun set yet?
It's definitely setting. It's like probably 7:30, 8 o'clock at this point.
Just so that you know, the moment that sun sets, Zell will cast non-detection on himself.
Oh, okay. Yeah, nice.
The items we got are attuned by this time?
No, because you guys haven't sat down like studying them, working with them. I will say that after you guys leave here, you make your way to the Marble Halls Tavern. Judge, you hopped out of the cart first and made your way to another cart, which was the Elemental Forge. Is that correct?
Yeah.
As you arrive, you see that the gentleman you spoke to looks you. Oh, you're back. Welcome. We've got just what you wanted.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we have this here, as he hands over a sort of round, oblong-shaped, like black steel container that has a little lid that opens and a clasp. Hopefully that should do. Yes.
Yeah. No, it'd be great. Thank you.
Good quality stuff. That we've got some more stuff over here. That's it's black steel, but it's more like chippings from the armor. Do you want it back, or can we keep it, or like what?
Chippings.
Well, we had to carve your.
Right. Yeah.
It's sort of more like a mess at this stage, to be honest with you. I'll give you
I can
200
actually
gold
eat that
pieces
stuff.
for it, but oh, you want it? All right, sure.
I can eat that stuff. That can be integrated into my armor. Really?
Is that how they work?
Yeah. It's.
All right.
Yeah. Eat the metals and then breaks it down.
As he hands over what looks like a chest piece that's basically had the whole of the chest taken out of it. It's just this open. It's basically a back. You just have the back of a chest piece.
I'll eat it in front of them so they can see me.
They just watch you just crunch down these chunks of black steel, which are in different pieces.
Yeah.
Right. Also, we have your
sword.
relic. Yes. Would you like that back as well, I presume? Here you are. Kept in perfect
I'd
condition.
have it back.
I've actually polished it for you as well.
You polished it. Thank you.
Had a few of the genassis get a little bit too close, so it looks all clean and dandy for you. But there you go. Pleasure doing business with you. I hope you have a good day, and if you ever need anything, please do come back to the Elemental Forge. We're happy to have business, especially with black steel.
Will do.
All right.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Thank you.
As
cheers.
You head on out, and you just see the fire genassis just watching you walk away with the sword that they've been spent the last like hour and a half just looking at. There's like a bit of a in the air as you leave, and as you head back out, you head to the Marble Halls Tavern.
Yeah.
Is it on cart or is it on foot?
Yeah, I'll try to get there quick.
Okay.
On the cart, I will put the stone in there into the black steel casing, and I will clamp it shut in there, and then put that somewhere on me that no one will see it, so I can keep it protected better. But yeah,
Perfect. Yeah, you have it on you. You keep it on your person, tucked away somewhere, maybe in like a satchel of your bag or something. As you arrive back at the tavern first, as you're the first one to arrive, you head back to the tavern, and I would say that you have probably about 10 minutes before everyone else arrives. What do you do?
I just head in and I'll sit. Oh, I'll let Sophia know that there's people coming. The whole group's coming back with 2 elven friends. And I'll start ask her to get mojitos ready for the group, so they have mojitos coming back. And I'll just I'll pass. I'll give her 10 platinum, and I'll just hopefully cover the night, like all the drinks for the night.
Dutch, it's okay. You don't have to pay.
Take it. You've done enough for us. We've put you into trouble at moments as well. This is the least we can do.
She holds it, and she looks at you, and she just holds it at her chest.
Or just plan a vacation. I mean, you might as well go and do something in life, right? I mean, there's more out there in the world.
Can I ask you, what's your passive insight?
My insight's a 12. Bad.
Okay, with a 12, she seems slightly off, but you don't know why.
Slightly off?
Yeah, with the 12, that's the read you get. Something's not the same. It's like she doesn't appear as lively as before.
Are you okay?
Oh, yes, well, I had some bad news recently, but I will be okay.
Yeah, I understand.
Mojitos. Okay.
Yes, mojitos, yeah.
Okay, yeah. There she goes, and she starts making the mojitos, and she said, how many mojitos?
6. Let's say about 6 or 7, 8. Let's do 8, just
8
to
mojito?
be safe.
Okay. And she begins setting up the different glasses, all with different colors of umbrellas, almost a whole rainbow across the countertop. And I'd say that as she's doing this, as you're sitting here, you see that there's a couple people in the tavern having a couple drinks, maybe 1 or 2 with some food in the corner over here, as the rest of you pop out of the cart. I'd say that you arrive, and the first thing you see is Corvin goes, oh, how quaint. It looks clean. Is this the place?
Yes, it is. Yes.
And this was your mother's place?
It is.
Oh, okay.
I would just like to remind you what happened in the cart earlier.
Yes.
Step a foot out of line. You'll be doing a lot worse.
I hope that's not a threat.
No, it's a promise.
You would do wise not to intimidate me. It would definitely not suit our interests. I'm sure we're more aligned than you think.
Yes.
I will do my best to be on my best behavior here in this part of town. As he looks nervously around, and you can see that he sort of smirks slightly to Elariel, who goes, it looks lovely. I'd love to go inside.
There's
dying
always
for a drink.
places to stay at the Pillars District if you would prefer, Corvin.
No, we'll see. Perhaps I will later. I don't mean to cause any offenses. I'm just used to a certain standard. As Ilaria sort of elbows him quite hard. Excuse my rudeness. I will be on my best behavior. Please, lead on. As he opens the door for you to lead in. As you guys arrive, and you see that Judge is inside. In front of him at the tavern, there is what appears to be a couple of mojitos on the countertop, and your mother. And as you step through, Diego, she looks to you. Diego. It's good to see you again. Welcome back. I had some...
Good to see you too. Are you okay?
Yes, I had some news this morning and last night, but I'm doing okay. Yeah.
I'm glad.
As you see, she clutches the necklace with the water. She looks to you. Mojitos! Please, come in, as she gestures for everybody to go in, and, yep.
Before we go in, can I tap Elariel on the shoulder and just be like, do you have a minute?
Of course, Elirr, absolutely. We have time. We have time.
So, have you been getting my message? Been trying to reach you.
Your letters?
Yes.
I don't believe so. Did you write to me?
Well, I didn't know where you and Jinglethorn were going, and didn't know how to reach you, so I had people try find you, reach out to you, but it seems like didn't.
Oh! No, I did receive one letter. This one, as she pulls out in her bag, she pulls out a letter that's open on the edges, but appears quite dirtied around the outside. I did wonder, and you can see that your name is just smudged. Like, the whole of the ink on the outside is just smudged. I did wonder why that gentleman was so rushed to give me this. Is this from you? As you recognize it, it is the exact one you sent, just completely ruined.
Yes. I guess next time I will use some sending in.
No, I'm sorry I haven't written to you or spoken to you. Master Jinglethorn forbid us from messaging anyone outside of, well, his study, and then when we are on the airship, we're sort of, although we're very standout, we're supposed to keep a low profile, which I always thought was odd, but Jinglethorn's wishes, you know how he is.
Well, I understand there were lots of things going on. It's just when I asked him about you, he didn't really care to mention anything. So I'm just glad you well. We've been a lot of places, and I just thought it would have been nice to share with you.
We can discuss all over the drinks. I'd love to tell you about where I've been, as she gently puts her hand onto your talons, or like around your hand, as she sort of, good to see you, as she squeezes your hand and sort of holds you close and smiles, and then he looks at the door. Shall we?
Yes, please.
Perfect. As you guys head on in, and you see that sitting at the counter is the rest of the group, all with their drinks in hand. As you guys arrive, you see a ton of different umbrellas decorating these mojitos that all appear the same. What is it that you guys do? As you have at least about an hour before Jinglethorn will probably rock up. Maybe Varys. Do you do anything here in this time?
Zal heads upstairs for a second.
Okay.
Basically, I'm gonna esoteric right and then cast non-detection.
Very nice. Yep.
So I get my spell slot back for
the rest of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, come here for a second. So, I got these mojitos from Talos.
Oh.
I have two. I mean, Sophia's look great, but I mean, I think these are magical. I got one to drink, and if it's good, I will want to, maybe replicate it. Can you help me with?
Yeah, sure. If I'm sure if Elariel also has a look, she's been doing a lot of research on magic.
Sure. I mean, it'd be fun, right? A magical mojito. First, I will drink the one from Sophia, of course.
Sure. We can set up the alchemy station in the back again, I guess.
Great. Thank you.
Sure. Well,
And I'll just give him the mojito, which I guess is just gonna be magically permanently fizzy or whatever.
Yeah, it is. It appears to look like a mojito, like almost identical in shape. It doesn't have the umbrella, and on the top, it's just got a cork, just keeping it all in. But it has a glass that is very similar to the one that's being served on the counter here.
I mean, can you imagine perfect mojitos on the road? It's perfect.
I'm sure we can whip something up. And by the way, glad you guys get along.
Yes, she's lovely.
She's, yeah, very good friend.
She a good friend of yours then? She a good friend of yours?
Well, she's been one of the nicer ones, and we always got along. Her brother, not so much.
I mean, her brother is an ass. But
I don't use that language, but I guess you're right.
Well, it's nice to have some friends here, I guess.
Well, we all
other than the usual us.
I'm glad we all are getting along these days.
Me too. Now, if you'll excuse me, I will have mojitos.
You're welcome.
As you guys arrive and Judge says you're welcome for the mojitos. Diego, you catch... Actually, I would say that Ashira and Diego, you probably both catch that Corbin on the end, he sort of looks at the stool before sitting on it. And you see he pulls out a little silk nap sort of cloth.
No, it's fine.
And
I cast prestidigitation and clean the stool. For his lordship, and here you go. And I pass him one of the mojitos that was on the table.
Thank you, Stephen. As he goes to take a drink.
If you would prefer, I'm sure that we have some like dirty laundry upstairs if you want to get changed into something more suitable.
More suitable?
For the occasion, you know, to blend in.
I
can get you some of Stephen's dirty clothing if you prefer.
I will.
Which Stephen? I don't have dirty clothing. It's clean.
Talking about Sewer Stephen? Are we talking about?
No, he's a miner.
Well, we have Sewer Stephen, Baker Stephen,
Sewer,
we have Miner Stephen.
same thing.
I thank you for the offer, but I'm perfectly fine in my attire. Please forgive me. I'm not used to these situations. I have been, as he looks to Elariel down the end of the sort of the bar here, and then looks to both of you guys. Very fortunate in my upbringing, which has made me a little bit spoiled. I'm aware.
That's okay. Look, it happens to the best of us. The name's Diego.
Diego?
Yes.
Ah. I had a butler. It's nice to meet you, Diego. This drink is delicious. He looks to your mother and says, "The umbrella is a fantastic touch. You should charge more for these." As he puts a platinum piece on the counter. Is that? I hope that's okay to do. As he just sort of gently, and your mother walks over. It's on there. He's already paid for it. Okay. Who's your friend, Diego?
Oh, this is a new acquaintance of mine. It's Corvin.
Corvin. Okay. I thought it was your other friend.
Oh no. He is he's with Jinglethorn. Jinglethorn will be coming this evening.
Yeah.
Do not panic. It'll be fine. It's okay.
Myself.
Do not
I
worry.
haven't bathed today.
Okay, why do you need to
Sophia.
bathe for Jinglethorn?
I know how to pull a pint. If you want, I can go behind the bar.
Ashira, you should You shouldn't have to do this.
You can
No.
get
You
it
need help
back,
cleaning
it's
up
okay.
around here as well?
At the end of the
You need
day,
help baking?
I will go behind the bards. My mother's place. It is fine. The only thing is, you remember what happened last time. It won't happen again. It'll be fine.
Okay. If you don't mind, I could use it.
Go take an hour.
Do you
Very
need
nice. As she steps past, picks up the platinum piece and sort of goes, "Thank you." As she just puts it into, I'd say, you know what? She just puts it into like her top here, and then just walks up. It's sort of like underneath maybe the sort of not her dress
strap.
but the dress strap as she goes on up the stairs. Hello. Yeah, she goes up the stairs and she disappears. Diego, you're now behind the bar.
Everything I pour is a double from now on.
Okay. Very nice.
Sylas, or not Sylas, Elirr.
Yeah.
I'll pull out the ring of spell storing and I'll just slide it down to him.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
You're gonna wear this and don't worry, we're gonna put spells in it later. But if I'm about to go potentially die to whatever the heck that thing that we learned about is, I'd rather at least make sure you guys are a little more decked out. You especially.
I've been fine. I look over at Alariel a bit, like blushing. Like, how do you mean
No,
that?
Elirr, no. I
Right.
get it. You've been the strongest member of our crew, and I'll give him like a. Can't wink, so I'll just give him like a.
Can I have a deception
Yeah, I
check
get
from
it.
you,
You've
please?
been.
Unless you're
Deception
serious,
check?
in which case I'll need a performance check.
No, deception.
Okay.
6. Sorry, Elirr. Sorry.
It doesn't sound. It sounds almost like sarcasm when you say it.
Oh yeah, probably.
But yeah, you say this. Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
you've been
thank you,
our most valuable member in a lot of fights. You're able to leave the plane and hide and whatever you've been doing. Here, I just want you to have this ring, and we're gonna put some spells in it for you to use in our upcoming fights. And just figured, maybe you can use those to help you out a little bit. I don't know. Help us out, not you. Help us. You know what I mean? Right?
What if you could just blink in and out, But
Why would I want to
to
do that? Why would I want to do that?
You just like Shazam, I'm here.
No, you know what? I like smashing things with a hammer so much, and I like getting hit so much. I don't think you understand how much I take enjoyment getting hit. It's almost like it brings so much happiness to me.
It seems addictive. Yeah.
It is addicting. Yeah. So I just want you to have that as like a little. You can think of it as a gift. I'm thinking more of like I want to give you something so you can help us. You know what I mean?
Well, thank you. We'll make the best
No problem.
use of it, I hope.
As you gain.
Oh, put a sexy anyone?
As you gain the ring of limited spell storing, which is basically spell storing ring, but with slightly less uses, or slightly less levels worth of spells, but it's the same concept. But you gain this item, which Judge had purchased from Dalos. I've now added it to your inventory. You have it in your belongings.
Thank you.
I've removed it from yours, Judge.
Oh, thank you.
And Diego pours Prosexy.
I start doing bartender bottle tricks where they start flipping the bottles around.
Can I have a performance check for me, please?
Yeah. 24?
Yeah, Diego's looking the part here. He's juggling them around. He's doing all sorts. He's got one balance on his nose at one stage, and then he nods his head back and it flips in the air and then catches it from behind. It's quite a spectacle as you see Alariel's like, "Oh, your friend is very talented, Elirr."
Yeah, he knows how to perform.
How flustered is
Very
Mirabelle?
spectacular.
How blessed is Mirabelle.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut in.
I assume I'm sitting like right there. I don't even hear what Alaria's saying to it. Like I'm just watching Diego.
Loria, speaking of, Elirr, can I ask you, what was Elirr like when he was a younger guy. I mean, obviously he's grown up to be a. I got to take a look at him, study him for a second. A capable man.
Well, Elirr was always quite gifted. He learned a lot of, although different, as she looks at you, Elirr, he was always very capable. So, as you say,
Different. I like that word, different. He is very different.
He would
also,
learn the magics like a sorcerer. It came to him naturally, as though it was in his birthright or his blood alone that magic just came to him. Very talented wizard.
But I have another question. This one might be a little more off the cusp. You said
you see, she looks at your arms like, as you say cusp. You're not wearing any shirt that has cusps.
Saying, Elirr was in a cage for a lot of his years. What's going on there? Can you give us a little bit insight of why he was in a cage?
Well, in a cage. Well,
in a cage. Yeah.
Judge, she wouldn't know anything about that much.
She would know.
You know, like it wasn't
only
like
in a cage because he was an animal on the battlefield. That's what you meant, Judge.
Yeah,
another drink here.
Yeah.
A cage, Elirr.
Don't worry.
You feel free now that you're out in the world. Is that it?
Yeah, right.
Yes.
To spread the wings and do all the things that we couldn't do at the academy. And
you should hear about his flyby situation. Isn't that right, Elirr?
Oh, Diego. Have you ever poured, or do you know how to make a baby gnomish?
A baby gnomish. Well, I have been to Brimbobaro, and they taught me very well. So yes, I can do one of those for you. Not a problem.
Well, 8, please. 1 for each.
Just 8 for... Oh, no, for everyone. Okay.
Well,
but
yeah,
9, right?
Well, I don't know if... Do you want to try
me.
it?
I know I'm the bartender, but I'm still, drinking.
No, I meant judge.
Oh!
Zell
he's a big
also
boy, he'll
isn't
be
here,
fine.
by the way.
Yeah, Zell's still upstairs.
I haven't realised. It's just not boring. There you go, a baby gnomish.
Mm-hmm. As Diego pours all these drinks down for everybody, you all given a little shot glass with something in it. Do you want to describe it to us? What does the baby gnomish look like?
Sure. It is a pale, like white skin complexion at the bottom, and then it's got a little bit of red on top, like a little gnomish hat, and that's what it looks like.
Baby nice, very nice.
Very nice.
I am.
It's also got a very small, right at the very bottom, like black line of like some sort of liqueur which sinks to the very bottom. So it looks like little shoes on a little naked gnome with a red hat
with a really large beard. Yeah, okay, I like it. Very nice. Yeah, as you all have these shots, and Corvin sort of looks to you all. I've never had one of these.
Oh, dog's hair?
Dog's hair? Is that what it's called?
No, it's a baby gnomish, but the saying dog's hair is when you drink.
You should call it a jinglethorn. It looks just like him when he's had a few drinks of his own. As you see that he sort of...
You've seen it naked? What?
Yeah.
Anyway, Diego drinks.
Yeah, he sort of like chuckles as you say this, and just sort of like there's a look of panic on his face, just like
Dear.
Elirr, and he pulls out the feather that he purchased and tries to inspect it. Do you want to have a mind having a look at this with me?
What is it?
It's an item I got.
What an interesting quill.
I thought maybe could attach it to the sash that Master Jingleson gave me when I graduated. And maybe I thought maybe you could help. Maybe some kind of magical chain or something that attaches.
Well, we could just weave it in with the beads here. As she looks at it and gently just weaves it through, and it's like a bead that has a hole through it, and it sort of connects through. And as it does so, you can see that as it's threaded through, you see that it leaves behind it what looks to be like a little bit of an arcane trail, and it sort of locks very quickly around it. Oh, well, I don't know how to get that off, but it looks like it almost wants to be there. I've always wondered what this sash is, Elirr.
I thought we all got it, but it seems was only me then.
Not quite as
I never quite
intricate.
figured it out.
Ours are much more, well, they're not as colourful as yours, nor as, well, illustrious looking. I think it's one of the reasons my brother was so jealous. Among many others, but we'll do that. Don't tell him I told you.
Well, I wouldn't dare. You know, he gets quite tempered.
He's gotten stronger, you know. We both have.
Well, you've always been talented, and I mean, so have you. Very impressive and charming. Do you wanna get? Should we have a drink? Then.
Yes. Let's do that. As
Another? Okay.
they both reach for the baby nomish, which has already been drunk. I will say that whilst this is happening, you guys have your drinks. Anybody who has more than one shot of the baby nomish, if you've had 2, I'll need a Constitution saving throw from you, please.
I've made enough for everyone to have to. Whether or not you drink it, it's your choice.
Cool. Ashira with a 5.
I'm
Sylas
pretty good at this, but
with a 5. Ooh, Meets it beats it with a 15. Diego with a 15. Sylas and Ashira with a 5. The rest of you all rolling very well. An 18
And
from
the
Judge, 23 from Elirr. We have a 22 from Mirabelle. But Sylas and Ashira, you guys feel really tipsy. And Sylas, it's only been a couple hours since you last felt like this.
And the Celestras are they?
Oh, yeah, they actually do need to roll. That's true. I will say, as I'm doing the roll, upstairs, as he stepped up there earlier, just before Sophia did, we have Zelentrus. What is it that Zelentrus is doing in this moment? Corbin fails with a 5 as well.
There we go.
And Zelentrus is...
So, Zell's gone upstairs. Zell's done a couple of general warlock things. So I've used magical cunning to bring back one of my spell slots and then used that spell slot on non-detection on myself and spent the 25 gold pieces in diamond dust. I will then spend a minute and bring back the vestige.
Okay.
I summon back the vestige with me, and in Abyssal I start speaking to it.
Okay.
And it can speak back to me. It doesn't necessarily have to, but we have... I'm going to have to rely on you a little bit later to look out for a few things for me, because I'm going to have to go away for a little while. I have an idea, and I have something that I need to do, but I need you to keep an eye on things out here.
It just nods its
Don't-
head.
I'll leave a note for the others, just don't tell them before I'm ready. And now I have to have another conversation. Zell will take out his sending stone, and it's well within 25 words. Basically, if Rin is downstairs, ask her to come upstairs to the room that he's in.
As you ask her, and I'd say that during this point, as Diego's spinning the bottles, she awkwardly steps out and makes her way up to the stairs, and makes her way up here. She knocks on the door.
Yeah, Zell opens the door.
Yeah. Zell.
Did anyone follow you up?
No, just me.
Okay. I'm sorry to put you in this position, but I have a request to make of you.
What is it?
I would.
How can I help?
We the creed that's loyal to us, we have an agreement now, an alliance with the Butcher Boys.
Okay.
I'm going to be away with the party for at least a few days, if not at least a week or more. During that time, I want you to look into something for me if you have the time yourself. There's a man known as Ollivander Feathercast. He is holding some information over an Erendor Raven Guard. I want you to do your best to find out what that information is. And whilst I'm fine with the group knowing that, there's another thing that I would like you not to tell the others that you're looking into. Just try and find out what kind of person Erendor Raven Guard is.
Okay.
No pressure, just the world might be at stake, but no pressure.
What?
You'll be fine. You'll be okay.
I'll do what I can.
Thank you.
Del,
yes?
stay safe.
Zell can't hold her gaze when she asked that.
Come back to us.
Zell looks away again. We spoke a long time ago. A silly conversation over drinks about how. What if we didn't stay in Stonehaven? What if we took the creed and we got a ship and we sailed away?
I remember. Those were many years ago, but I remember them fondly, yes. Why?
Never forget that idea.
I see.
We don't know what's around the corner.
She nods and there's a sorrowful look in her eyes, but she puts her hand on she goes to put her hand on your shoulder and just says, I'll stay in touch.
Good. Zell brings back his seaming of Stephen the Miner. Puts vestige in his pockets and heads downstairs.
Perfect. Yeah, you head downstairs, and I'd say that you guys probably see that Rin comes down first and heads into the back, maybe past Diego as he's putting down the second lot of the baby Nomish as they're all put down there, and as they're all taking these shots, Zelentrus, you come down, you see them all there. You see that Ashira sits back on her chair a little bit, like it hit her quite hard. Sylas is the same. So are both of the Thalisters, who look like, whoa. I'd say Elirr, Alariel grabs you as she takes it, like, whoa, almost like she's fallen back when she went to throw a shot back. Ashira.
I think having had a few drinks now and it's sort of starting to hit her, if people were paying attention, you might notice at this point that the smile is not quite reaching the eyes anymore, and maybe the mask is starting to drop a little bit. But she's still trying. You know, she's trying to seem happy.
I would say that...
Ashira, what's going on?
You won't notice this.
You are not... Usually, the shots, they don't harm you at all. But right now...
Diego is just not very good at making them.
Are you...
What the...
Did you... I mean,
Give me a bottle of Shine Moon right now.
He does all these fancy tricks.
Give me the bottle.
What do you mean not good at it? It was a very good shot.
I didn't
Fine.
feel it, but it
You will now
seemed
have-
good. It seemed good.
I enjoyed it.
You will now have my speciality.
Yes!
This one was custom for when I spent my time in a bar in Stonehaven, and I was well known for it when I was a young man, which I still am, but a younger man than I am now.
Young, give or
Yeah.
take.
I'm younger than... And I turn around and I start creating a concoction. And it is going to be the color of like neon blue. And there are going to be gold and silver specks that float within it. And it looks like a whirlpool in the center, which is done via prestidigitation of spinning the liquid as I pass it to them.
You guys all
and
see this,
I put
yeah.
sparklers in all of them.
It's a very exuberant shot.
Yep.
As he's doing this, I just lean over to Mirabelle and I go, "This is the man you've fallen for, by the way. This is the guy. You sure this is everything you're dreaming of? Is this right here?"
Have you seen this?
No, I understand. I'm just making sure you're okay. All right, this man he's off his rocker recently. He's been a little out there.
I'm pretty sure he'll be fine once all of this is over and we can just drink without the prospect of the world ending.
Right, the world ending.
When Diego the Lucky makes you a drink, there are no things such as a bad batch. So let's get them down the hatch. And Diego downs his drink.
What does it taste like?
It is a blueberry vodka spritz type drink. It's a very refreshing but blueberry sort of like drink. I have made them all triples because of Ashira's comment, so there's a lot of alcohol in it.
All right, wow.
Okay.
So
down the hatch.
I'm gonna say, because it's a triple, I'm gonna say you guys have disadvantage on your Constitution saving throw. So if you could do it with disadvantage, please. Yeah, that goes for everybody.
Oh,
the fuck?
I am.
All right.
I don't feel it though.
Alcohol doesn't exist in Mirabelle's world.
No, it really doesn't. I always roll ridiculously good on any alcohol related to
We need to get Mirabelle high instead.
Iron
See
stomach.
if that affects her differently.
As we have all right, is that everybody? Elirr, Mirabelle, Diego, Ashira, Sylas. Judge, are you drinking it as well?
I drank it, but I don't feel it.
You don't feel it, this is true. But do you drink it?
Yeah. I drink it. I throw it back.
Cool.
Throw it
Do
down the hatch.
you throw the sparkler back as well? Like the whole thing? Everything that's in it?
Throw everything. Everything
Cool.
goes
There's just
in
a
there.
crunch
Even
as it goes down. Like you see there's a little bit of smoke that comes out from the sparklers. Flame just being deignited. I don't know. Extinguished. That's the word I was looking for. Thank you. As you see that Corvin also he just puts his head flat on the table. As he's not doing so hot. Alariel down with Elirr, she's also just like,
oh man,
you're all tipsy.
The second I finish my drink, I go, I promised Mother I wouldn't do that.
Sylas succeeded with a 15, Ashira succeeded with an 18, and Mirabelle with a 23, and that's with disadvantage. You succeed. You're not even tipsy. Everybody else is tipsy. Diego, you are now tipsy. Sylas is tipsy. Ashira is tipsy. Elirr is tipsy. And the two Thalisters cannot keep up with the drinking. They are both smashed or drunk on the table. They're like,
does
whoa.
the DC not go up the more they drink?
It does, but like the next one will be harder for Sylas and for Ashira, for example.
Yeah.
I'd say that after some time has passed, your mother comes back down, Diego, down the stairs. I'm
like, shh.
She comes down. She comes down, and you guys can see that she's wearing a beautiful black dress. It's black the whole way down, and right at the end, it looks solid, but then right at the bottom, it goes to sort of a almost silken fabrics. There's like some what looks to be like patterns very loosely and what looks to be almost like a glitter or a sparkle down either leg as well. As she steps down, she's got her earrings in, her hair's done, she looks pristine. Diego, you've rarely seen your mother like this.
Judge reaches for a drink, and as he grabs it, you just see like it's shaking.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, she looks really good, and she's like fixing her earring, and she comes down. Oh, feel better.
You look fantastic, Mother. I do have to make an apology. I made the blue egos again.
The sparkler, there go. Diego, I
can only
you not to do
apologize.
this.
Sorry. They were triples too, I have to be
You
honest.
didn't even make me one.
So you did.
Oh, that's for me? Oh, perfect.
Wait there. And I press the denotation to make the whirlpool. There you go.
Down the hatch.
There's
Salute.
never a bad batch.
As she throws it down the hatch. And with a 5, which is what she rolled, she is now tipsy. Ooh. Diego, that was stronger than I remember. That's. Ooh. Oh.
I guess I just looked at Mirabelle, the only person not tipsy.
I
Again.
don't understand why everyone's so drunk.
Ah,
Zell's
I don't
sober.
get it
Zell's
either.
not been drinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no one sees you coming down the room.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't.
Wait,
don't
you've not drank
understand how
your Blue
everyone got-
Ego.
Is that a Zelentrus?
I see Steven sat there
Okay.
with a Blue Ego, 2 baby gnomish, just all in front of him. He's not drank any of it. I'm like, hey!
What does Zelentrus do? Having come down and seen
Well,
all
would-
these drinks.
Zell's sat at a table, not at the bar,
Mhm.
and it's just watching everyone, kind of waiting for Jinglethorn to get there. Seems a little bit distracted.
Okay. I'd say that.
Zell,
Yes, Silas.
you should take a shot too. We all
I'm
did.
not drinking this evening.
Cooper.
I'm sorry, Silas. You can have mine for me though if you want.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
I may need
Silas.
it. I may need it. I may need it.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, Silas, you can't turn down a Blue Ego. There's never a bad batch, so it has to go down the hatch.
Zell brings some drinks over, like between Silas and Judge, and just gestures to them.
Look
Cheers,
at
Silas,
Diego.
cheers.
He did his best on this, and you were like, "But what's this?"
I'm good without drinking tonight. And as
I'll
Zell
whisper
kind
the
of-
side. Whisper the side.
Never-
I'll tell you later. Don't question it right now. It's a very emotional time for the man.
Okay.
As Zell walks back to his seat, though, he does kind of put a hand on Ashira's shoulder and just quietly says, "Are you okay?"
I think her reaction is slightly slowed because she's also tipsy. And like she looks at you and like it takes a second and then she just smiles and she's like, I am doing great. Thank you.
Okay. And Zell gives her like a little kind of awkward hug or kind of thing almost. And then goes back to
As
his
he
seat.
does that, yeah.
No, you go.
As
first.
he does that, I just looked at Silas and I'll just whisper, "That's what happened. That is what has happened."
And Diego's just staring at them from across the bar, and he just goes, "Oh."
And as
Wait, did they? Huh?
Possibly X-Man, good
Is-
guy now. Zell's heartbroken.
No. Slightly too hard.
Is that why Ashira is being so sad?
Yes, that is why.
I'm gonna need
A
another
baby
drink.
gnomish, Mirabelle, yeah.
Yes, no, I'll have one.
as
Ashira sees the
Any-
baby
anything
gnomish
for you-
going across and she's like, me too.
Here's a-
Ashira. A wise man once told me that the hangover is a tomorrow problem. Come on.
You're right. Dog hair. As she
Diego,
cheers as you.
Ashira, you just hear snoring next to you as Corvin is face planted on the table. And I would say that as you guys go to take your
I
drinks,
start stacking my shot glasses on his head.
Okay, can I have a let's have a sleight of hand because I think that's gonna be what it is to stack these on top of each other. Can I have a sleight
Has
of
to
hand
be with
check?
disadvantage, right?
Oh,
It
is
would be it would be
disadvantage?
with disadvantage, yeah, because you're
13.
you get 2 of them on there, and the third one just falls onto the counter and rolls
I
along.
start again.
Okay, yeah, you're just doing that on the end of the counter here with this gentleman. Alarielle is looking at Elirr, and she's just like amazed by the drinks, and is like trying to swirl the drink to make it do the little swirl that was in the prestidigitation glass. And I'd say that as you guys are all sitting here, as you're all having your drinks, perfect time for us to have a short 5-minute break. So let's take 5, and then we'll come back, and hopefully Jinglethorn will arrive. So we'll be right back. And we're back. So, during the break, you guys went off to get your own drinks, and I will say that you guys in the game, as characters, also had a couple drinks. I'm not going to need a Constitution saving throw from you at this moment. However, as you guys had your drinks, you then heard, coming from outside, was a elvish gentleman who you've seen in here plenty of times. He's usually here when you're either having some drinks in the evening or whatnot. He comes in, he says to the tavern group, he walks in, he says, "Down the road, there's somebody down the road that's doing an open bar for the evening. Everybody, completely open tab. It's just up the hill." And you see that most of the other people in here look around and they set their drinks down. They get up and they all individually make their way towards the exit and out the tavern.
Diego starts following.
Diego, where are you going?
Diego,
Diego, you drink here for free regardless.
Diego,
There's a free
Diego,
bar
you-
up the street.
Diego, no, stay.
elvish-
Diego, I'm pretty sure it's not true.
Have to find out.
No,
No, you
don't
don't have
just
to
stay
find out.
here.
The elvish
say-
man.
You'll find out why.
The elvish man steps aside, and coming through the door, you see Varys. As Varys sort of flicks a coin towards him, and you notice that he catches it, nods, steps aside, and lets Varys and a small gnomish gentleman through the door before exiting and closing the doors behind him. As they step in, you see Varys and Thistledown. They notice the room ahead of you. Diego, your mother, looks over. Diego, is that him? Is that
Oh.
Jinglethorn?
Oh, yes.
She gets up all sort of proper and sort of steps past the snoring gentleman and sort of curtsies slightly as the two of them walk over. Welcome to the Marvel Halls Tavern. Hopefully I can find you something to drink this evening. As Jinglethorn says, "Oh, lovely dress you're wearing. Are you staying here?" No, I'm the owner of this tavern. My son here, Diego, he can fix you a drink if you'd like, Mr. Jinglethorn. As he sort of goes, "Oh, you're the owner. Well, it's a pleasure to meet you. Thank you for letting me stay here in your tavern. Do you have any prosecco by chance?" "Yes," as she sort of nods. "Diego, no prosecco, Diego."
Coming right up. And I like flip the bottle, like pop it off my bicep, catch it.
Corbin is drunk with his head on the table. Alarielle
Yeah,
goes, "He shouldn't drink."
Maybe we should get these two upstairs while everyone else settles in.
What room are they gonna stay in?
don't
They've
know,
had
there's
drinks
a-
already. The party's already started. Why are we so late?
I can.
We
do
have
it
to
earlier,
inform
don't
the
worry about
council.
it.
Perhaps, perhaps we could join them for a few. It's been an awkward conversation or two. I'll give you the skinny as he steps forward and talks to all of you. I'd say that, although you're tipsy, he gives you the gist of he spoke to the council. Jinglethorn mentioned that he wasn't going to do any of the council's bidding. He is a keeper of balance. He is not going to be told what to do. He called them out for not noticing the corruption within the council. The name Elara Feathercast was mentioned, and her missing from the council this evening was something that he said was reprehensible and could not be a worse sign to see it reach the top of the council. In addition, the arrest of Aurelia Emberwing was taken place, and Diego's father, Victor Costello, took the pledge to expose what he knew of the Calderim and was taken away in chains. As he says this, he was handcuffed. His long-lasting allegiance to the Calderim and the dark involvements of the corruption, he has been arrested and taken to the Stonehaven prison, where he will see out a sentence, at which point they will further discuss what his how long he will be there. Basically, he will be taken there tonight for holding. At this, you see Sophia sits down on the stool behind her, and she's just like gobsmacked, like she can't believe it, like the wind's been taken out of her as she falls back on the stool, and she looks just like speechless. Victor Costello, my husband, Victor. As you see, she just clutches the necklace around her neck. And Jinglethorn looks to you, Diego, as he sort of nods at you knowingly. Do you notice this as you're making a drink?
I think when all this information was being told, Diego just stood behind the bar, arms crossed, and then as soon as Victor's name comes up, he doesn't change. Like, he still has a stoic expression. He seems a little guarded with arms folded and such, but he's just like listening intently.
Your father told us everything. Everything he knows, his involvements, any contacts within the Coalition. We have arranged with the Coalition higher-ups, those above your father, to see to it that they are shown no honor. They are taken from their homes and placed into custody at the earliest time. One of the key members, a Mr. Walter Vandrell, was found dead in the Coalition archives this morning. He was also quite highly involved within the Calderim's operations. He mentioned that there was a jar that was used to communicate with a being that gave orders, as if directly from the Calderim themselves. Apparently he spoke to a spirit beast, as he looks to Jinglethorn, named Nair. Apparently Nair and this being were in conversation, able to commune through, well, a stone held by a Master Zelentrus. It was thought that the stone housed a Starlight Stone. It was thought that this belonged to Travian Drakian. We have it on good authority that the stone is with Zelentrus Drakian. It is likely that he possesses the relic which holds the stone.
Who are we talking to right now?
Varys and Jinglethorn.
Okay, the reason that I moved Zell's character token over earlier was Zell goes and closes all the blinds.
Yep.
Zell drops the seeming at this point.
Master Zelentrus.
It's true that the Starlight Stone is no longer within the relic. I've already sealed Vorathkar away in the relic. He's imprisoned.
Curious. So you were able to resist his temptations?
Yes.
You would be wise to avoid him at all costs. Though dark entities have a way of twisting those of us more susceptible. Master Jinglethorn intends
Zal
to
looks
head.
Zal looks awkwardly at the vestige.
Awkwardly, if I may just ask a question. Judge has moved over to Sophia, and he's trying just to give her someone to, if she needs like a grab a hand or something, like someone that she can use the comfort with. And Judge would just be like, "Is it possible the thing in that stone could have been listening to all our conversations and have been relaying that information to?" I mean, it seems like this Vorath car had communication with the Calderin, right? Is that the idea here?
We believe that the Calderim, and if I may speak freely, Jinglethorn sort of nods, just like spit it out, as Varys basically looks you all. Vorath Kar, we believe, speaks on behalf of the imprisoned god Fergus. For some time, we have believed the Calderim is a worshipping cult of sorts for the dark crime god that is Fergus. Though we've never had proof, Jinglethorn has done extensive research into their whereabouts within Aethria, driving them abroad, uncovering Talon. Aldrich mentioned many things regarding a lich named Morgrith, the same one which Jinglethorn helped to apprehend at the Grove of Solara. One of his most esteemed archmages, a lady who was an elder guardian. She was present at the Grove of Luna shortly before it was attacked. She was found murdered at the Grove of Solara. She did not make it. But we have it on good authority that your brother, Diego, makes it on his way back and is due to arrive within the next week or so. Shortly, the next few days, perhaps. We'll see to it that they are given a hero's welcome and do what we can to aid them on their return.
They will need to be escorted here. Do haste.
I can make those arrangements. As he looks to your mother and just nods.
Are you guys apprehended, Morgrith? That's what you said, right? Apprehended?
No, he was executed.
Executed. Well,
the problem with the Lich, as Jinglethorn
heard.
has advised me, he has looked into the dark necromantic teachings of many of those undeathly creatures and beings. He's well educated and studied. A Lich can only truly be defeated to find what we call a phylactery. It is a small...
We know... Well...
You're aware of a Lich.
We know where his thing potentially is located, actually.
Jinglethorn looks to you and looks to Varys. But where would you...
Look, to put it all out there straight, I think it's time that we are a bit on. I think we can trust you guys at this point. I'm his son, and I've been kind of looking into the Lich myself. And we figured that his thing is in the plane of fire.
They just look really confused. Plane of fire?
Right.
That's the bit you're confused about?
Well, you mentioned you're his son?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you might have dealt with me directly, Jinglethorn, but I was the Alan that fought the Lich originally, and I was slain not too long after that.
In Umbrasia, in
Umbrasia. Yeah, exactly.
Shroudhaven.
Yes.
I'd heard Aldrich was Aldrich was present at that battle. He watched the keepers fight back and... Gamma.
Yes.
You see that he raises a hand, and there's a sigil of flame on it. Not like he's preparing a spell.
Whoa. I'm not... The gods have put me back on this place. The thistle down. He put my soul in this body, and I'm here basically to right the wrong of what's happened.
He closes his palm. Talos trusts you. The fact you know his name alone suggests you've spoken with him. He is our greatest defense against the corruption, against the Calderim. For as long as he holds the stone outside of time, we should all be safe. They will never be able to hold all of them at once.
He doesn't hold the stone outside of time.
Yeah, he doesn't have that stone anymore.
He gave me the stone about 3 hours ago.
Yeah.
Well, he did mention being out of time. He saw out of destruction, and this is an unknown variable. So,
yes, he implied he was stuck.
Yes. Well, from what I know of him, he was one of the original Keepers of Balance. I've had his name stricken from the records across Celestria, in the hopes that he would never be able to be communicated with, thought out, or worse, that his stone should ever enter into the Calderim's hands. But you mention you hold it, and I trust his judgment more than anyone else.
We have 2 stones, actually. We hold another.
You hold that of Zelentrus. You hold that
The
of...
one that came out the relic.
Yeah,
Thanos.
we have 2.
There's Lava Crest stone. We have Lava Crest stone and Thanos' stone.
Ah,
Lava Man.
That's a collection of other stones we found along the way too.
Yeah, we have
That's
a
any
lot of...
consolation.
I have a nice green one.
Yeah.
And a compass.
I would say that there's a lot to think about here. But I've come this evening to ask all of you if you'll join me tomorrow. We know that the Calderim aim to acquire the Grove of Sylvana, or what remains of it in Umbrasia. We believe their central base of operations may be there. The black steel pylons, which were mentioned to me by Varys, are of great concern. I am not looking forward to what they may be doing with these. As for the stones, he looks to you, Ashira. Your grandfather messaged me to let me know that the stone was taken. I'm aware that the Sylvanthals have had theirs taken. I'm aware that my alliance with Lena Lionheart over in Valoria, across the oceans, beyond the sea, informs me that the stone is well kept and safe.
That's good.
And yours?
Mr. Jinglethorn.
My stone?
Yeah.
You still have it?
It is in the safest place possible.
Where?
But I don't think we should know that.
Yeah. I mean, no, but the reason why I'm asking is because we know Sylvanthal says something similar to that, and their stone still got nicked. So I'm just trying to make sure...
You don't have this same fail-safe vault that they do, right?
Yeah, you don't have the same one, do you?
No. I will inform you that...
You brought it, didn't you?
Well, in a way.
Of course you did.
He tips his hat slightly.
Please don't tell me it's under your hat.
It's always on my mind.
Oh,
that way I keep it where it is.
God.
Oh, That's great.
Maybe you shouldn't have a blue ego. And I'd like drag it back towards me and just start drinking his.
I'll need a Constitution save from you, please.
Yeah.
It's just a regular, not a triple.
I'd say that you guys begin talking, and he mentions that. Wow, yeah, you are now drunk.
You're drunk.
You're struggling to like focus on the gnome here, as he says, "Well, we have this evening. Perhaps we should enjoy our last moments here in Stonehaven. If you are open to joining me tomorrow to the Grove of Levantal, I can't help but feel like we're fated to go together. With you at my side..."
Mr. Jinglethorn?
Yes, Miss Argent.
Since you already know about Talos, I feel comfortable discussing this with you. As I look around the rest. Do you know what they can do with 2 stones?
I know that without all 6, they shall never be able to fully unlock that which is locked away. He looks around the room as if questioning whether you know what's been locked away.
I don't know if I clocked that he is wondering because I'm tipsy.
Fair.
So
we know what's been locked away. We were told by Thalos what has been locked away, and we know with 2 stones they can maybe get a piece of a fragment of amount.
Malachor, a being of destruction and chaos incarnate. Thalos has shown me the visions. He has spoken to me. I have seen what the Calderim are capable of and what ends they will go to acquire such relics. With 2 stones, they may well be able to form something at one of the ley line rituals, that being of whether it a portal or an avatar of sorts. I don't believe they'd be able to completely set him free, but they may be able to get some of his power, and that in itself we cannot allow.
Then you would know how critical it is that the twins do not succeed.
Indeed.
What are the twins?
The Feathercast twins.
Oh, yes.
You knew this, Diego.
Prosexy?
Yeah, Prosexy. Yeah.
My apprentices. With them at our side, we may stand a chance yet. But we must act quickly. I believe that the best course of action would be for us to take the airship to Umbrasia.
The airship?
We're gonna fly.
That's right.
Didn't you used to be an Owlin?
Hey, I haven't flew in years. This is
I can
great.
fly.
This is great news.
I have arranged for
What?
refueling purposes and for the cool down of the engines so that we can use it tomorrow morning. I advise that you finish any business you have here. Enjoy your final nights here. And tomorrow we begin our journey. It may take a few days to arrive, but we should go unalerted.
Master
Elirr.
Thunder. Do you know the vanished where they went?
Yarakokra. Oh, Elirr, I have so much to tell you. Come closer. Let us sit. As he invites you to sit down. Do you all take a seat and do you start listening in? Diego, do you pour the guys some drinks?
Oh, okay, I'll have to find some more bottles.
We could use a few drinks, as this may take me.
Oh, okay. Diego runs off, walks straight into the door frame, like, yeah, and then goes and gets some more bottles.
Zell pulls Varus to one side in a corner out of earshot of the group.
Yeah.
Does am I right in the assumption has anything to do with the convergence of the planes? Is there more than just the usual elements? Just planes of fire and air and water?
Oh, Elirr. The plane of air has a lot to answer for. Come, sit. As he sits you down, and Diego goes to make some drinks and brings them back. Zelentrus, you pull Varus aside.
Yeah.
Yes.
I know we were just warned about things, but you know the importance of information.
Indeed.
Vorathkar is imprisoned. But I have leverage.
Go on.
And I'm going to speak to him and find out more about this Malagor. The group can keep me safe. They can take the relic with them. And the vestige will keep an eye on it as well.
Whatever you do,
I have a plan.
Do not agree to any deals with him. It's a slippery slope. These beings are beyond our comprehension. What they exist of, how they exist, and why we do not understand. The name Vorathkar is news to us. We knew of only a shadow being. We knew that he was called Vorathkar, but what he is, we don't know. Victor Costello told us that he was a being of black ooze and secret whispers. He only spoke to someone, an Ollivander, when he visited the vault. For Victor did not speak Abyssal, but it was like he was reporting directly, as if Ollivander and this Vorathkar had some arrangement.
Now that is interesting.
As much as your reputation may be tarnished here in Stonehaven, you should know that I trust you, Zelentrus. And I trust you to make the right decisions. Can I have a perception check from you, please?
Can do. It's a 10.
Okay.
9 on
with
the
a
dice.
10, what you would notice... Yeah, with a 10, you would just about notice that as you talk about Vorathkar, he's got his hand up and his sleeve slightly down, and there appears to be a very faint shimmer on his arm, almost like jewelry is there, but it's not.
Is it almost like he's recording the conversation?
No, it doesn't seem like that. It's
Okay.
like you know when, okay, best example I can give you. You know when your phone screen is in the sun and it reflects the sun and you just get that glint? You had just a moment of that. Almost like something shined on his wrist. But there's nothing there.
Fuck it, I'll call it out. What is that?
It's safe to say that you're not the only one who chooses to appear a certain way, Zelentrus. I
Understood.
keep my form hidden for when it's appropriate to reveal.
So even this isn't your true form. Interesting. Good to know.
It's my chosen form. The truest Varus there is. As he nods to you, knowingly, and steps back to the group.
Zal rejoins.
Perfect. As you're all sitting around, Diego comes around with new drinks. As Jinglethorn speaks to you, Elirr. So, the flight of the vanished. Curious you ask me about it. Where to stop? Well, let's see. Many years ago, there was... Oh, going way back now. As he takes a drink. And for the 7th time of this campaign, I would like to invite all of you to look at what I share on my screen. There are moments in history when the wind changes direction. Most never notice. The Keepers of Balance did. After the convergence, the ley lines of the world did not fully mend. The boundary between the material plane and the plane of air thinned in quiet places, high above Aethria, where only sky touched sky. It was during this age that several Aarakocra vanished. They did not fall from the clouds. They did not leave bodies behind. They stepped into distortions in the upper air and were simply gone. The event later became known as the Flight of the Vanished. Aldrich Windrider, Keeper of Balance, and Master of the Elements, believed these disappearances were no mere accidents. He had already recovered the Starlight Stone from the battlefield where Gamma had fallen, and he had seen what imbalance could do when left unchecked. He studied the fractures in the sky. He concluded that something beyond the veil was interacting with the ley lines of Celestria. Seeking answers, Aldrich traveled to a known rift point, a stable tear where the plane of air pressed closely against the mortal world. He believed that beyond it lay knowledge. He believed that Zephyrus, Titan of air, might understand why the currents were shifting. He stepped into the rift. He did not return. For decades, his apprentice, Jinglethorn, guarded that place. He reinforced the wards. He returned year after year. He waited. Then, the sky opened again. What emerged was not Aldrich. Three things came through the fracture. A Starlight Stone belonging to Aldrich Windrider. A leather-bound tome bearing Aldrich's arcane imprint, and a being composed of unstable wind and storm. That being did not yet have a body. It shifted between vapor and avian form, unable to hold itself together in the mortal plane. Without containment, it would have scattered back into the currents from which it came. Jinglethorn did not imprison it, he stabilized it. Through elemental binding and careful anchoring, the wind condensed into bone, feather, and breath. That being became Elirr. Rifts do not create life, they exchange it. When Aldrich crossed into the plane of air, something else crossed back. Elirr is not a child of ordinary birth. He is a planar anomaly, a being formed or displaced within a pocket region of the plane of air, and returned through the same fracture Aldrich entered. The sash he wears is not purely decorative. It was designed to continue to anchor the unstable elemental essences to the mortal world. The tome he carried contains Aldrich's lingering arcane echo, though it has not fully awakened, probably because it waits for recognition, not of words, but of resonance. Since that day, the ley lines have continued to strain. Planar boundaries weaken in places where unseen hands interfere with balance. The wind responds to imbalance. Elirr's existence is not coincidence. He is either the answer to the fracture or the evidence of one. And when the sky trembles, he will feel it before anyone else. Okay. So, yeah. Jinglethorn lets you know all of this. Obviously, over some drinks, he advises that the sash you wear contains fragments of the bindings that he used to help you become whole, to help your being stabilize. He mentions that he believes that you either were or perhaps could be one of those that vanished during the Flight of the Vanished many years ago. He mentions that perhaps you could also be a child of one that was on the plane of air, and that's why your parents and your family and your memories are all so hazy. But that you arrived back here decades after Aldrich stepped through. You returned along with the Starlight Stone, and Aldrich, the only thing that remains, is believed to be within that tome that does not answer Jinglethorn. It only responds to you. He tells you all of this. He shares information about why you remember being in a cage in his office and how that's the earliest of your memories, was being locked away, treated almost like a pet or a bird rather than a person. But in reality, it was him anchoring you to this plane, finding a way to make it make sense. It's why magic such as the lightning magic, the thunder magic, the air magic all comes so naturally to you, is because it's so innately part of who you are and your being. And after sharing all of this with you, he looks at his two apprentices and sort of goes, well, perhaps I could have another drink. Just one.
Before we drift off into other things.
Of course, Elirr. I'm sure you have questions.
Do you know what the 7 locks are?
The 7 locks are the 6 Starlight Stones held by the Keepers. And the Heartstone, held by one of the dragons. You notice, Elirr, with your passive insight, his eyes flicker to Varys as he says dragons.
Sure. I give him a look. Well, I both trust them dragons. Sylas mentioned as well. Do you know the god of storms? He did talk to me.
The lasso?
When I prayed to him.
He speaks to you.
Yes. Yeah. He speaks in well, I guess no gods are direct. But
He puts his hand on you as you speak. My master, Elirr. Master Aldrich. The one who exchanged places with you. He was the Lasso's last champion.
well, I don't know what he wants with me, but he says I'm supposed to be Storm when Stone fails, and that I'm some kind of feather in Void. And he wants me to go, or the tome wants to go. It's scary because you mentioned the vanished happened high up in Sky.
Yes.
And that's where it wants me to go. Where the skies are cleanest.
Well, you're in luck, my boy. Tomorrow morning, we'll be back in the clouds ourselves. Perhaps there, you'll get some clarity.
Fear as much, I hope. Sash, and I guess I stroke it along with the feather, is enough.
I'm sure
to
you will
hold
be.
me, then.
Well, you would know that the sash is more of training wheels. Like you use for the carts when the young ones are learning. You don't need them these days, but if ever you feel lost or out of place, those stones should remind you that you're where you belong.
Well, I hope we can find where I belong then. And Asim kept mentioning Eldrick, obviously in a very compassionate way, and he's been guarding the rift before. I take out the book and stroke the back of it, and I open it.
No.
And I guess I almost imagine like same as the quill we just put into the sash, as if it's like a almost like an arcane quill that appears, and write in it.
What do you write?
Do you, Aldrich, your faithful apprentice is here. Will you speak to her?
There's an ellipses, just ... Jinglethorn, it writes in cursive, it's all very neatly joined up, and then a question mark. Oh, wait, it responds to.
And I guess I kind of hand the quill to him. Just speak to him. Sure, he's waited as well.
He goes to write on it using your quill, this arcane quill that you've formulated, and he writes as the arcane touches the page, the writing appears and then fades. There's no response. It seems, I don't know if he's angry at me, or
well,
perhaps it's only responding to you.
I fear it's much. Is there anything you would like to say to him? I think it feels like it's fragment of his. What you knew.
Whether he exists on the other side or not, I do not know. This was his arcane focus once upon a time. A Book of the Keepers. As he closes it, and you see that on the front there's that hole for a stone that's sort of threaded around the front of it. Well, there used to be a stone here. Once upon a time. He mentioned, and this is important for all of you, he mentioned that the stone whispered to him when he attuned to it. It takes one of great constitution to avoid these temptations, these whispers. Purvis whispered to him, as it did many of the other keepers. It is why only those who are chosen, proven to be of great standing and constitution, are able to wield such a relic without forming or falling to corruption. He looks to you, Judge.
That was a one-time problem. Wouldn't have that again.
I have no...
You looked at me, so obviously you meant to look at me because you think the history there.
I too
Not the
hear
same.
the whispers, the promises of power beyond my imagination, life, immortality, everything I could want. I choose to ignore them. I've lived long enough as it is. I'm already well past my prime.
Is there, I don't know, maybe something we can get as a protection from the voices, or a way to drown it out easier?
The best way is not to engage with these relics, Master Gamma.
Judge, please, I'm not.
Same thing.
But what if we like need to deal with these items? Is there like any way we can aid someone, or like is Elirr destined to wield such a power? Like,
I do not believe he is ready to wield such an item.
It's okay, I can do it, guys. Just let me know when.
Well, okay, how do you determine who's ready to wield the stone or not? I mean, we're about to deal with what's it, Malachor?
The stones will not answer your calls. Should you choose to, you will fall to madness. I cannot state enough just what danger you bring if you allow any of you to fall to such corruption. Any of you, as he looks at you, Zelentrus.
Really just looking at me and Zelentrus here, huh? Is there a thing?
Master Elirr, my hope is that none of you will require such an item. And in the meantime, with my stone, I pray that I can offer you my allegiance. I will join you to the grove. Should you allow me? Should you wish to join me? We can go together and thwart the plans for the Calderon. At the very least, with my stone, I may be able to buy you enough time. Or seal the portal, should they have one open.
The stones.
Yes.
Are they best kept on this plane? Or, if possible, is it useful to have them on separate planes at times?
Good question. We had tried, as the Keepers, to extend them to another plane of existence. It resulted in, well, great suffering and sacrifice by one of the Keepers. He looks at Ashira. We should have known not to make deals with devils.
How was the lava mantle stone kept safely, or reasonably safely, on another plane then?
The fortunate thing about the plane of fire, from what I know, from my readings, was that fire genasis can walk on it without much issue. Just because Dantis was sucked in the plane of fire doesn't mean he didn't protect it on the other side.
I appreciate the insight. I'm not talking about the plane of fire.
For which plane do you speak?
Azular's demi-plane in my relic.
The fact it could house such a stone is intriguing. I know not everything about the gods, but a relic such as that, you'd be wise to keep it on you at all times.
I can't get rid of it.
Well, that's helpful. I suppose at least it can't end up in the wrong hands then, right?
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
If the stone can go inside of the relic, then can it also go inside this bag of holding? And I just pull up the bag of holding that I got from Thalos.
Well, yes, of course. Just a bag.
Oh, what if I put a bag inside of a bag?
No,
What would happen?
no. If you put a bag of holding, which is in its own way a formatted plane, if you like a pocket dimension, sort of, that's how they work. If you put one and one together, it can cause all kinds of issues. I've had to close a couple in my time. It tears a hole in reality that isn't worth, not worth the hassle.
Wait. Could we not just then tear the hole, go to where there's Malachor sealed, deal with him anyway, and boom, there we go. We don't have to worry about them in the stones anymore because we took care of the problem. These are things to think about.
It would be impossible to close it should we open something of that chaotic nature.
But he's sealed though behind a gate, so we just.
But if they make a rift and then we create a rift in a rift, then does that make a bigger rift?
A big rift,
like fireworks.
Yeah, massive rift. What if they open the rift to get a piece of that guy out? We open a rift to a random plane and just sent that thing that's coming to that plane instead.
Wait. I feel like this is how the convergence started. Maybe we don't do that.
Maybe, probably.
Master Jingletron, you know that is a god of chaotic nature. You mentioned
Artifice.
such as well. Is there more than just 4 elements that we should worry about?
Well, that's a good question. I believe that there are planes of different elements. Chaos magic has always been a mystery. The way that Fervis works is very, it's different. It's odd. It's chaotic. It can't be traced. It can't be reasoned with. It doesn't make sense. Where the power draws from, we don't know. You mentioned Azulara. Her nature is chaotic in itself. How and why it works, we're not sure. There are many that Fervis potentially could corrupt in such a way to release chaotic energies. You speak of beings of chaos, though. Similar to that of a fire elemental or a water elemental? Is that what you're in?
It wouldn't be too hard to reimagine, I assume. I just fear, how do you even deal with that?
Elirr, you ask a very good question. I have never thought about it. But hypothetically, if chaos itself was an element, then a chaos elemental is very possible. Such magic would be unstable. Right up there. You see that he's pondering, like you've given him a revelation here. It's almost like he himself is just coming to this sort of realization that a chaos plane, if you like, could exist. And if it did, being such as an elemental would very much be a reality. Well.
So, are you saying something like Zeldstone is part of that?
Well, it was part of the crown of Fervis, the Chaos God, so it's very possible that it holds the energies of that realm. Though it would have fallen from the celestial plane. Oh, you've given me a lot to think about. Perhaps we have drinks.
I think you mentioned the wrong stone. You said Zelstone is part of the crown. But you didn't mean that one, right? You meant...
Oh, the relic!
Yeah,
well, I've never seen it myself. Do you have it on you?
And Zel pulls out.
Oh, wow. That's his...
It's connected to, and then just like vestige just runs up his hand and sits on top, almost like looking at Jingleton, like don't touch my home.
Yeah. Intriguing. I recognize the runes on it. It's Well, Elirr, it's a containment.
Well, it
Something
did
is being
contain
contained.
things.
That makes
Yeah,
perfect
it-
sense. It's arcane
it's a-
binding, similar to that contain an anchor Elirr to this plane. You mentioned that Vorath Kar is within there.
Yes, so originally it was just originally there were three things contained in the relic. There was the Starlight Stone, there was a being called Osman, or at least a shard of what remained of them. He followed the God of Lies, which connects to my father and all of the corruption down that line, and then also Vorath Kar. So when I was in there, I freed the stone, locked away Vorath Kar, and killed the shard of Osman.
That is... Now it makes sense to me. Vorath Kar was communicating with Victor, or rather Ollivander, or Victor vicariously, here in Stonehaven. Vorath Kar within your stone would speak with an echo of a champion of the goddess of deceit?
Yep.
Who could share the information with Naya the Crow. That is how they communicated. He looks to you with a... It's not menace, but there's a stern look on his face. Not accusatory, it's more like a... I'm sorry you have this burden of carrying such weight, and the knowledge that you potentially allowed them to see who held the stones close to you, and where the grove of Luna was, or rather the moon pool, which was desecrated. We know that the Archdruid Miriala Nightwhisper, she was maimed. Necrotic nature, that of the crow. It's highly possible that a champion of such spirit beast, or somebody who possesses powers linked to that of Naya, was responsible.
We know whose powers are linked to that of Naya's.
May she
Or
rest.
Ravengard.
Rindor Ravengard. It doesn't ring a bell. Varys, do you know? He just nods like one of the orphans. The boy. Ah. Interesting. Well, that would imply that the three orphans who Varys has kept me in check with includes one gentleman who's siding with a Vorath Kar, an abyssal being of chaos and darkness. One boy who has been siding with the spirit beast Naya the Crow, who, by extension, Gamma, a judge, links to Morgrith and Talon. And the third boy is involved in vampiric nature, you mentioned. These are all signs of... Varys, you mentioned this to me, and all three of these are signs of Calderim corruption.
He also, the vampiric one has a strange shadow. Not quite his own.
Shadow.
I attached it to Fervis in my head because...
That would make sense.
Similar to Vorath Kar.
Indeed.
Well, if what I was trying to get at, as you said, you recognize the runes, the nature. There be a way to replicate, almost counter it, some ways or form of fighting.
It's a
Spanish,
very
maybe
intricate
they did lock up
process.
the god.
Could it lock up a god?
Well, they locked up the god of chaos, right? How do you do that? How do you bind
It is said
chaos?
Talos informed me, and I assume by extension you, that the Prime Gods imprisoned him on their plane. I'm not worried about Fervus's involvement directly, but what his involvement is with the Calderim, with the champions, with these 3 boys and their extended powers, what they aim to do with Malachor, that is what concerns me most.
I just bring this back together for another question.
And another shot.
So, yes, probably another shot as well. So
yes, bartender, get there. Oh, that's me. Okay. And I just get back on.
I can do it. It's okay.
I'm still sat next to Sophia.
Well, she just got up to make a drink.
Oh, she got up. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. I can now stand up and walk. Yeah. So, we stop them. Let's say we do stop them here at this grove.
Yes.
And we stop what they're doing here. When does this whole thing end? I mean, just because we stop them here doesn't mean we've stopped their plan. We just temporarily stopped it for the time being. I mean, there's obviously more way lines or whatnot that they can attack. I mean, obviously they did the one at the Grove of Luna. They've stopped that one with the pool. But what's stopping them from going somewhere else and attacking another way line to keep their same goal going on? Just because we stop them here doesn't necessarily get rid of
the goal.
The
goal
threat.
should be to reclaim the stones. Without the stones, the Calderim.
But no, okay, but let's say we do. We take the stones from them now, right? That doesn't stop the fact that this guy is still going to keep trying years and years down the line. And this has been the thing going on for a long time, since probably around the Convergence, as much as I would seem to guess. I mean, what is stopping this from just continuing for years to come? And at some point, they're going to be successful, right? I mean, that's just the path of how this thing works. I mean, we're not entirely sure that's
a
the
very
correct route we're taking.
defeatist attitude to take, young Gamma. But Judge,
it's a realistic attitude. Without us targeting the Calderin, targeting out the root of the problem, we're just temporarily pushing back the problem.
For over 1,400 years, nearly 1,500 years, since the Convergence, the Keepers of Balance have kept the stones safe. I understand that over time, the stones have been misplaced. After an event in Shroudhaven, the Keepers thought best to split and separate, to remain isolated, keep the stones separated. We were fortunate that Talos never revealed his stone, but now that he's played his cards the way he has, there must be a reason why. Perhaps fate or destiny has led to this moment, to this night here today. But you're right. Sooner or later, they may succeed. Our goal is to prevent them from doing so today.
If I may just offer a little bit of thing here. The Keepers of Balance split. And no offense, I'm not talking bad about the Keepers, but it seems like you guys inadvertently have fallen apart to a sense to where now they've been able to succeed in a lot of their goals. So what is we get the stones back, then what? I mean, what's the next step? What's the way? Because people are looking at you for the answers. I think me and my friends just want to know the answer of what do we do next? What is the step we do after this to prevent this from going on?
Judge, I have already got it all figured out.
Just keep making
We
drinks.
become the keepers of the keepers of balance.
No, I don't think we should do that. Anywho,
Well, Lena Leinhardt has an exploration program of sorts where she's created a tower, for lack of a better word, that prevents the stone from falling into the wrong hands. It lies on a ley line, as you've mentioned many a time. There's a possibility that once the stones are combined, or rather kept separated, we could keep them in these towers. We've been experimenting with this stone that came from the blade, the one you held, the one that Lena holds. That stone is the first to be entered into this tower. My concern with such a program, and what I'd raised many times to the other keepers, was that such an action creates a target for the Calderim, or like-minded folk, to try and overcome. I'm concerned it could be Morgrith's next attack point, but until then, the focus should be on the immediate future, on reclaiming the stones. Once we have them, we can decide what to do with them together. In the past, politics played a major role. The fact that Silvanto, the royal family, had such a stone they did not want to part with, they did not want to abolish, they wanted to keep it in the family. Others were less worried, as he looks at the Argents, or Ashira here. I myself have always felt it a burden. It has taken many lives. This is not the first time the Calderim have had their hands on a stone, nor do I think it will be the last. However, you are right to share these concerns. My advice...
As Jinglethorn is kind of addressing everyone else throughout and not looking at Zell and Judge, Zell just kind of nudges Judge and just goes, I don't think he likes us very much. He keeps taking swipes at us.
No, I've gotten the feeling he doesn't like me either, which is why I'm going to keep questioning him.
Like us.
Mr. Jinglethorn,
what do you
are
ask
you
him?
okay with us holding on to the stones? Is that something you're okay with?
Before you answer this, here's some more shots. There you go.
Thank you, Diego.
I mean, you seem, no offense, and I mean this to be a bit abrasive here. You seem to not necessarily, I wouldn't say lack, but maybe trust some of us with having contact with these stones.
The only person I trust more than myself, no offense, Varys, is Thalos. For he has seen timelines that I have not. And he chose to leave the stones in your possession. If he had wanted to, I'm sure he could have taken them from you.
I'd like to see him try.
Well,
Yeah, give or
perhaps
take.
another day. In the meantime,
Give or take.
I need to rest. I've had my drinks.
Right.
If it's okay with you, is there somewhere I can stay the night? Perhaps
Yes,
I could
room
buy a
upstairs, down to the hallway, last one on the right.
Excuse me,
You-
miss.
You do have to have a blue eagle before you go, though.
That's our room.
He puts a pouch of about 15 platinum pieces on the table.
You're a
You
druid, you can
wouldn't
sleep
mind.
outside.
Could I have a room for the night, please, miss? By all means, go ahead. Upstairs. Here's a key. You can go up. It's the first room on the right. Up you go. Diego, you would know that's your room.
Wait, why do you have a key to my room, Mother? No, you're not giving that.
No,
That's
it's okay. I'll take one of the other rooms. It's fine. Diego, it's the nicest room in the building.
I don't give a shit.
This is Mr. Jinglethorn. No, please.
And I'm
Any
Diego.
room will do. Any room will do. I'll have the
It's
one on the
alright,
left.
Diego.
The first one on the left would do me fine. And if I could, for the two of them, that
Kick me
would be
out of my
grand
own
as well.
room. What
As
the
she
fuck?
she hands out these keys, and the three of them agree to head on up. He wakes them both up, and they begin to head upstairs. In the morning, we shall head to Embracia.
Great.
Any last-minute errands, I would advise you run them before 9 o'clock. Or rather, before the sun is fully in the sky. Once it is, we shall make our way to Ambrasia from the Tower of the Keepers. I trust that you all will find time this evening to rest your laurels before we make our journey. It is likely to be quite an endeavor.
Good night, Jinglethorn.
Good night,
Have a good one.
fellow friends,
Oh,
as
man.
they all head upstairs. You now have the rest of the evening. You can have a few drinks. You can decide how you'd like to spend it. But each of them heads up for the night, and they all end up crashing. Varys stands here and looks at you all. Well, I believe my time here is done for the evening. I will ensure that nobody comes in the morning so that Master Jinglethorn and you are able to make your way to the Tower of the Keepers. I'll arrange for a carriage to wait outside. That will see you directly to the Tower of the Keepers, where you shall embark on your adventure to...
Yeah. Question, Vars. I mean, if he knows the dragon, can you not just have the dragon go with us to go fight the thing over there? Is that just something... He mentioned the
dragons.
Hearthstone. Why don't we just get a dragon to go help us fight? I thought that'd be pretty stroopy, wouldn't it be?
Well, there are very few dragons in Celestria. A couple here and there, rumored to be from place to place. There's a good possibility that revealing themselves may draw attention from one of the more unfriendly kinds.
We don't have to reveal them. Just, maybe hide, disguise, and go in there and help out a little bit. I mean, I'm pretty strong.
As Judge is explaining this, and Zell seeing what Zell saw, Zell just looks at Varys, catches his eye, looks at his wrist, and just smiles slightly at Varys and nods.
I would advise you that the Hearthstone, said to contain the souls of many of the ancient dragons that fought along the Prime Gods, is a relic held by a red dragon.
Red dragon.
That dragon has sent most of the others into hiding. It goes by... Hopefully that time will never come.
I have a map.
It's well beyond these borders.
I mean...
You have a map?
Yes. You want to see? Let me... and I flap the map out onto the table. Look.
If the dragons are in hiding, why does one of the weaker ones come help us out? I mean, obviously gotta have little foot soldier dragons out there that,
He opens up scroll and looks at it. You see that he traces his hand over the dragons that are circling the stone. Can I have a perception check from you, Diego, at disadvantage?
Perception at disadvantage?
Yep.
Sure,
Roll
buddy.
off the bounce.
Can I see the map?
An 8.
An 8. Yeah, sure, you can see it, but you wouldn't catch necessarily his face here. I mean, if you want... Yeah, you know what? You're the only one sitting that close. Yeah, I'll allow you to have a look and see if you can see his face. Okay, 25. It would be a disadvantage, though, because you are tipsy, right?
I am tipsy, I think.
25, 15.
15.
15. Hold on a second. I need to check something very quickly. Okay. Yeah. He rolled a 30. You look at him and you both can't see much. What you make out, I'd say that with a 15, Ashira, you make out that there's a bit of sadness on his face as he looks at the two dragons circling. One of them is what appears to be a bronze dragon, or like bronze in color. and the other one is what looks to be green of some sort. Either green or emerald, you can't make it out.
I have a better question.
Okay.
What do I see in this room on the map? Because you told me before that I could see the individuals that were in the room with us, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if Varus is in this room, what does it say Varus is?
It, as you hold it, you see that it shows all of the individuals in here. It shows you Sophia, it shows you Ashira, and all of your friends. It also shows the vestige as a small, like, almost like a shadow figure. You can't really make out what it is. But Varus, there's a glow on the map. It's bright and vivid, almost like a light coming through the other side. And it's just this large glow from where Varus is standing.
I like rub the map.
Yes, as he rolls it up. That is quite an interesting relic. The fact that you have it is intriguing. Was this within the archives by chance?
Maybe.
I'll take it from your tone that it was indeed. If they intend,
Your Honor.
if they intend to acquire the Heartstone, that is of grave concern. But they'd need one hell of an offer to get it off of Rhaegar.
Who? Wait, say that name again.
Rhaegaroth, the red dragon.
Can you put in a good word for the dragon with us? Can you let her know that we're the good guys, we're the people trying to protect?
I will remain here in Stonehaven, hopeful for your return, at which time we can have a discussion.
Ooh, you can tell her we say hey, and we would like to meet a dragon. I think meeting a dragon would be really cool. That'd be really cool.
Indeed, it would be cool. Well, if you don't mind, I will make my leave. Until tomorrow.
Have a good night.
Good morrow, friends, as he leaves through the door and steps out. And you see that on the page, the glow just moves across. Actually, no, it's closed. Never mind. You would have seen that the glow moves across out the door as he leaves for the evening. All right. You guys, as we're coming close to the end of the session, you guys have the rest of the evening. What is it that you do now that Varus has stepped out?
Well, I think everyone had the right idea. I'm
We did?
also going to retire. I'm also going to retire for the evening.
Okay.
Right. Anyone ever think when Thorn says don't attune to the stone, he tries to make that a rule. Does it just not make you want to attune to it more and just kind of see what that would be like?
No.
Anyone else get that feeling?
We
No,
do have
Judge.
these books with these holes in it.
You have a book with a hole in it? What do you need a book with a hole in it for?
There's a book with a hole for lava mantle stone.
Oh.
We have that book for a long time now, Judge.
Well, that's the one I'm carrying, isn't it?
And we have not put the stone in that book yet.
We could
We
do
have
it.
2 books. 2 books
have
with
2
2
books.
holes.
Yeah.
What's the second book?
Mine.
The biter.
The Growler. The Growler has a
The
hole.
Growler.
In it?
I specifically
Someone had
book.
to do it.
They
The book
typically do,
Elirr's
yes.
been toying with
Someone
the whole
had
time.
Someone had to.
The book Elirr's been toying with and been, stroking has a hole in it. Yes. We do know his stroking book.
Mirabelle. As they're all talking and you've had a couple of drinks, you can't help but notice that one of the candles on the tables nearby, the flame appears to be pulling towards you slightly. Almost like it's attracted to you, or the air is coming towards you, like it's sucked towards you.
After all this, I think Daddy wants a word. And I look at the flame. Oh yeah, go on.
Yes.
Go on.
No, sorry, I
You said it.
That is canon now.
That is canon. You said it in character too.
Wow.
Diego.
Diagi, they used to call me.
Diagi, yeah.
No. I'll think of another name for you later.
Are you going now?
Well, yeah, I look into the flame.
As you look at the flame on this
I
candle,
bardic inspiration it.
it extinguishes.
What? Never mind. Let's go.
I would say, Sylas, you noticed that on the table, the candles appear to be pulling in her direction.
Mirabelle, what's happening?
I don't know. Like I said, apparently Daddy wants a word.
Oh?
What?
Shouldn't you
Well,
look over at Diego? No.
She said that would be later. I mean, no, she didn't. She said nickname later. Oh god.
What
There's
is
a fireplace.
what is
There's a
the-
fireplace. There's a fireplace. Let's go to the fireplace.
Let's
there's a
go.
bigger fire over
You
there.
got this.
I
Start,
just
like,
take her at the
massaging your
hand and I
shoulders.
just drag her towards the fireplace. I'm
Okay.
tipsy anyway, so fuck it.
You dragged Mirabelle over.
I drag
Very
Mirabelle.
daddy behavior, Silas.
All right, Mirabelle, you get dragged over, and the carpet here is warm. As you look at the fire, you begin to feel a sort of warmth, almost like recognition coming from it. And you think it might take a while for conversation to begin, but you feel like you could hear something coming through. It might take some time to focus on.
Especially with everyone else around.
Indeed. Yeah. You spend some time trying to listen to what's being said. You see the occasional movement, and it looks like the figure in the flame that you see does look like who called you daughter.
Yeah. I'll just try and focus on that.
Perfect. So Mirabelle focuses on this for a little while. What are the rest of you doing?
Zell heads up to his.
Okay.
As
Ashira?
I watch Zell go up, I'll look to Ashira and I'll be like,
Ashira sees this, and I think she takes another swig of her drink, sighs, and follows Zell upstairs.
Okay.
As she starts leaving, I go, "You got this, bardic inspiration." I then disappear and teleport halfway across the room into a chair. Like fuck.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Thank you.
Ashira and Zell, you head upstairs.
Yep.
Silas?
Silas is just a bit tipsy, so he's like a bit extra extrovert than he normally is, and he's like, before we leave the city, should I like go over to Selenda and thank her? Is that like normal? She called me a good boy after all.
Wait, are you asking someone in particular,
Oh,
or is this
Silas.
like
What are
a
you
group?
talking about?
I'm just throwing this on the table.
Oh,
Silas, don't go back there.
Why?
what do you
Just-
want
just-
to do?
I have no clue what to do.
What do you
Oh.
want to do?
Get another drink.
Yes, there you
I'll
go.
get you a
Get
blue
another
eagle.
Diego fixes you guys some drinks. Elirr?
Well, do you guys reckon is it I feel odd about these so I'm not an Arakokra really. I'm something just came from energy And
So
then
that
Ari
makes
got
you like-
tethered.
You're like you're way more cooler than an Aarakocra.
Well, you know what? I don't know. If storm elementals exist, that's what that sounded like. What he said, and that sounds scary.
It's
Why?
kind of cool, though.
Yeah.
Well, have you ever bottled a storm?
No.
So
We do it dark and stormy behind the bar. I can't.
There's just this little pop in the air as a bubble that came out of Elirr's anklet has come up once again.
Would we
Has
see
been
that?
occurred in some time.
That's the shot alarm. I'll go get some more of the things.
It's alarm?
Wait, maybe we should just have more drinks. Like, this is unsettling. And tomorrow we're going up in skies, wherever that's supposed to. Where I'm supposed to be. So yeah.
Okay.
Did you expect something otherwise than you being expected at the sky?
Well, the god of storms specifically told me that I should be more up there, and the book asked me to as well. And apparently a lot of Aarakocra vanished, and then I came back from that place.
You should read your book on like the deck of the ship while it's flying.
Definitely.
Yes, I just hope it doesn't suck me into anything or
Or
something. I don't know.
Or if they have like on the, I don't know how airships work, but on a boat they have a crow's nest. Maybe you could be in the crow's nest.
I will try to go up the highest I can be, but if I don't come back, it was nice knowing you.
We can cast float on you while I'm in the crow's nest holding a rope, getting you even higher.
As you guys have
You
this
know I can fly,
conversation,
right?
as you're having this conversation and a couple of drinks down here, let's start with Judge and Sophia. What do you guys discuss? What do you say to her?
I think I'm just making sure she's okay. Like, I understand it's a lot for her to find out, and I think Judge is trying to be just someone she can. She needs someone to talk to.
You hear she thanks you for showing interest and caring, and she admits to you that she's feeling very upset about the sort of revelations of today and her ex-husband and what's going on, and that even though he's being imprisoned and everything, and clearly he was involved with some shady stuff, she can't help but feel like he must have had a reason, and she doesn't know why.
I think Judge would whisper to her that he would argue that whatever he did had to be to what he believed was for the betterment of his family, the people he loved. And that's how Judge would try to...
Yeah, she'll nod to you and basically say, that he wasn't always evil. He wasn't always mean. And that she hopes that one day what she remembers of him in his earlier years comes back. Or a glimpse of him.
Just keep your head up, really. I mean, I don't think what he did was for evil intent. I think he thought what he was doing was right, and I think he just got given a bad hand.
Possibly. It's been a long day. I'll probably close up shop soon.
We can handle it while we're down here. You can head to bed. Take the rest of the night to think things
You're
through.
probably right, Judge. Have a good night.
You will.
Take care. As she heads on up for the night and sort of waves goodbye to you all. Good night, Diego.
As she passes me, I will just hug her really tightly, and I'll just say,
you close.
Yeah, and I just, under my breath, I just say to her, he was a shit. But at least he's, told the truth.
She lets go of you for a moment, but holds your arms and just looks at you. But he gave me the best things that I could ever ask for. He gave me my voice. He gave me you. You are my everything, Diegos. You and your brother. Good night.
Mother.
Rest well.
And I pass her the moon tear potion.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Yes.
For Javier. It might also help. Luna has told me of what
She
she's
puts her
told
hand on your chest. And there's a glow immediately. May her guidance bless us all, Diego. Good night, my son. As she heads on up, holding this close, and you see she sort of holds it against herself and walks up the stairs and heads off for the night. As she does so, as she heads on up, you go back to your drinks. You, Diego, as well as Elirr and Sylas, the three of you are having your drinks there. Judge, what do you do?
I think Judge is gonna head up to his room.
Perfect.
And I think he's gonna spend the rest of the evening just in prayer to Hildegard. I think he's also gonna study the stone. He ain't gonna tune to it. But he's just gonna study it.
Okay. Perfect.
And think about it.
Yep. Judge does that. He heads on up. Let's come now to, before we come to Mirabelle, which I will do, Ashira and Zel. You headed up first. As we come to you, Ashira, you entered the room and the doors opened to the balcony.
Yeah, I
Zel
think.
is outside.
I was gonna say something funny.
Yep.
Because she's a bit tipsy.
Mm-hmm.
She's come in and she doesn't see him, and she's like out loud. She's like, "Look, you don't have to hide from me if you're invisible. It's okay to come out."
I'm outside. I'm on the balcony.
Oh, okay, that would make more sense, maybe. As she then steps outside.
I wasn't 100% sure that you were gonna come by this room tonight. I can go to another room if that's easier.
Zel, I think we should have a chat.
Sure. That sounds great.
Why is stuff like this so difficult? Look, what we found out at the Raven Guard estate today, it has changed something. I had thought that I had buried him. I really did. And, well, if he was actually forced, if there's a truth that I have not yet learned, I want to hear it. Because I want closure. I think, yeah.
You're right. You need to do that. I know that sometimes you look at the way that I look at things and the way that I talk, and you think that I'm naive. But if anyone knows what it's like to hang on to an unclosed chapter for years and years and years, it's me. I encourage you to seek answers in this.
I appreciate that. I think that, Buck, I think I need to take a step back from us to clear my head. I'm so sorry. You deserve certainty. And you shouldn't feel like you are a second choice. I don't want to. I don't want you to feel like I'm comparing the both of you. You know. If I'm fully honest, I really, really don't want to do this. But to keep you would be selfish.
I made a promise to you that I would support you no matter what. And I intend to keep that promise. And whilst I respect you stepping away, it doesn't mean I'm going to stop fighting for you, fighting for us, because we make each other happy. You can try to walk away, but until you can genuinely look me in the eye and tell me that you want me to go, I can't, because I love you, Ashira.
Why do you have to make it so difficult?
Because nothing good comes easy. And I wasn't going to tell you this. I was going to leave it in a note. And I don't want you to tell the others exactly what I've gone for. I'm heading into the stone. I spoke to Varys about this. Varys trusts me. I'm going to speak to Vorathkar and I'm going to get answers. I have some leverage. That spell that I cast down in the archives. For a brief moment, it opens up and I'm going to use that as leverage.
With Vorathkar? The avatar of Varys? Am I to lose 2 men now to the same god?
No, I'm just going to talk and get answers and have some space and give you some space. And I'm trusting you with the relic and I'm trusting you with the vestige. Because
How
I
long will
know
you
that...
be?
I don't know. Time runs differently in there than it does out here, but if I'm gone more than a few days, then maybe look into working out how to give me a hand. The vestige should have some kind of connection between the two of us. It should at least be able to understand what's going on inside the stone, inside the relic.
Okay. I will keep it safe. I bought some pajamas today. For the first time ever. Not to make things weird. Well, I didn't buy them. I made the other guy buy them.
I think we could both do with a hug tonight. Just for a little bit before I have to go.
Ashira will put a hand on his cheek and she says, I just want you to know that, you know, everything that has happened so far, the moments that we shared together, choosing to spend the night here last night, my feelings up until now, they have been real. So don't feel that because of what has happened, things are like you're not forgettable. Or I need to be mature.
I know they're real, Ashira, or else I wouldn't stand here saying I'm still going to fight for this.
Yeah, well, you need to... You're making this more difficult than it needs to be, okay?
No, this is as difficult as it needs to be. I trust that you will make the right choice in the end, whether it's me or him, but I'm not going to give you an easy out to make the wrong one.
Well, you better come back out of that stone then.
Well, if it means you're going to miss me, then I guess I'll have to. Look after... You speak Celestial, right?
How do you know that?
I thought we'd spoken about it briefly before. I think you've noticed some of the things I've said in Celestial before. Look, it's one of the languages that the Vestige speaks. So if you need to say something a little bit privately, I don't know how much of the rest of the group speaks it as well, but talk to it that way.
Okay, and it speaks to you?
I don't know what's going to happen in the stone. We'll see.
Well, I will do my best to keep it safe.
Thank you. Now let's get you off to sleep.
Okay. And I guess she goes and puts on her pajamas for the first time as well.
They're beautiful silk pajamas. They
Yep.
are super comfortable, very fancy. And as you head to sleep that night,
I think just as Ashira goes in, Zel just kind of turns to look the other way, and just for a few seconds just lets himself cry a bit, and then just wipes away the tears. Gets that stoicism back for a second, and heads back inside.
Mm-hmm. And as you see Ashira heads to sleep, you have the relic in hand. The Vestige has been given his commands. He sits at the edge of the bed.
Zel says in Abyssal this time, we both know how dangerous this is going to be. If I don't make it back out, thank you for being there for me. And continue to be there for this group until whatever champion comes next. And he holds the relic, takes a deep breath, and bamps into the relic.
And as Zel is so absorbed into the relic, it glows purple and falls onto the bed. And Ashira, you can't help but wake slightly with the bright light in the room. And as you look to your left on the bed, there's just the relic still glowing ever so faintly, and then dim, and then solid. There's no color.
I think she grabs the relic and just whispers in Celestial, good luck.
The Vestige sits upright on the side of the bed next to you and just watches, looking at the stone. And as that happens, downstairs, separated from the rest of the group, as Ashira goes to bed and Zel's bamped into the stone, Sophia's headed up for the night. Jinglethorn and his apprentices have both gone to sleep. Judge is praying, doing his last rites and studying the stone, but looking at last rites for the night with Hildegard. Downstairs, we had Elirr, Sylas, and Diego. And I'd say after a couple of drinks and some good moments, you maybe start making your way up to bed. For the sake of brevity, you notice that Mirabelle is focused on the flames. And as you go to talk to her, you notice that it's almost like she's in a trance. That her eyes are focused on the fire. And Mirabelle, whilst this has all been going on, whilst this sound has been happening around you, whilst the others have been talking, after focusing on the flames for so long, as they're chatting away, the sound begins to die down. You're left with just the trickle of the flames. And as you're looking at it, you can't help but feel almost like you're falling asleep, but your eyes are completely focused on the flame. And you begin to sort of go into an almost trance. And as you do so, you feel your eyes close and then open. And you find yourself somewhere else. It's bright, it's sunny, it's Paramora. It's not far from here, it's not far from where you were. You don't recognize the area you're standing in, but around you, you see flames. You see braziers lit. You see a large statue of a man. He looks to be in prayer of sorts. Around him, smaller figures, almost like monks, carved from stone, made around here. Above you, you see is a very small bit of light coming through a ceiling crack down to you. And here you see overgrowths of dry branches and trees. There's an incense in the air. And you realize that this figure you see before you is that of a genie. It's not your father, but it's something like there's a kinship there that you feel as you look. It feels like it could be. You feel a warmth coming from it, from the statue itself, as the eyes open and the stone turns to flame as it looks down at you. You just hear, "My daughter, you stand here where they imprisoned me, where Alias used my blood to send me to the plane of fire, to open the portal that allowed for the phylactery to be placed on the plane of fire. They needed our bloodline, your bloodline. Within your soul, you carry an essence of my flame," as you see the braziers light up around you. And for a moment, you feel faint, almost like it's overwhelming heat. There's a burning pain on your hand. And as you turn to look at it, the sigil is expanding. Almost like a henna tattoo. It's sort of expanding and burning into your flesh. It goes around your wrists, and you see almost like a bracelet around you is this flame coming down from your hand. It glows, it burns, it sears. And then you feel a heat surge up your arm. All the cracks in your skin you see begin to pulse with flame. And you feel yourself fall. And as you fall back to the tavern, there's a brief moment where everything goes black. There's a brief moment where, before you can make yourself awake, before you come back to consciousness, before you find yourself back in the tavern with the others, there's nothing but a black void around you. There's a heat coming from your hand and a glow that lights up here. And as you turn your hand, the fingers have a little flame come off it, almost like a lighter. And as you look at it, you begin to hear his voice once more. Yorick Flameborn, your father, as he begins to tell you what has happened. And to end today's session, I would like to share my screen with you for the second time today, as I will take you over to a vision that Mirabelle encounters. There are doors between planes. Some are opened with ritual, some with relics, and some with blood. Centuries ago, Valiant Feathercast one of the early architects of the order that would later move in the shadows, pierced the boundary between the material plane and the plane of fire. He sought something lost, a starlight stone dragged screaming into flame when Dante's Solvanco sealed a rift and fell. Valian succeeded in opening the way, but not by strength alone. To open the portal, he bound a genie. From that binding, he learned a truth that would shape generations. Genasi blood can anchor a planar fracture. The ritual closed. The knowledge remained. The lesson was not forgotten. 20 years ago, the circle was drawn again, this time beneath Stonehaven, this time in secret. Alias Feathercast required passage to the plane of fire, not for a stone, but for a bargain. A lich named Morgrith demanded sanctuary for his phylactery beyond mortal reach. In exchange, he would lend knowledge and power to those who aided him. The method was already known, a planar resonance engine built upon Valiant's research, required that of a living conduit of elemental blood. Goric, Flameborn. A fire genasi, Mirabelle's father. He was restrained within the sigil. His blood ignited the circle. The portal opened. Morgrith's phylactery was cast into the plane of fire and hidden beyond mortal recovery. The rift collapsed, but not cleanly. Goric survived, and something in the fabric between planes remained thinned. When a rift is forced open through blood, the blood remembers. Goric carried that fracture with him after the ritual, and when Mirabelle was born, she had inherited more than flame. She inherited instability. This is why her magic surges differently, why fire answers her without hesitation, why heat bends slightly closer when she commands it. She is not merely fire genasi, she is a living echo of a planar breach, a child born from a ritual that should never have been repeated. Her mother understood the danger. The order that had used Goric did not tolerate loose ends. Bloodlines tied to ritual were liabilities, so she fled. Not because she did not love her daughter, but because she did. Mirabelle was hidden in plain sight, among orphans, among forgotten children, where power rarely looked twice. What the Order did not anticipate was inheritance. They believed they had used a conduit. They did not realize they had created one. Mirabelle's sorceress power is not coincidence. It is the aftershock of a forced gate. Her flame does not burn hotter by accident. It burns closer to the seam between worlds. And if the plane of fire trembles again, if Morgrith's hidden anchor is ever disturbed, she will feel it. Because part of that ritual lives on in her blood. She is not a mistake. She too is a consequence. Mirabelle, as you return back in this trance, you hear the others behind you. It's like an hour has gone by with you looking at the fire. And as you look to your palm, you notice that it's burned the whole way around your wrist. The mark is very faint. You can see it, but it's very faintly there. I will send to you, between this session and next session, the abilities that you have gained, as there is something with this. How and when they come to pass, we shall have to wait and see. However, I will say that as you hear this, the voice of Goric just tells you that you are the last of the genie's blood, the purest of his bloodline. The fire genie statue that you saw in that moment, that vision, built. Goric's blood was pure. His father was pure, all the way back to the genies that were banished before the convergence. You are a direct descendant of one of the purest genie bloodlines. How and what this has an impact on on Mirabelle, imagine. On Mirabelle, we'll have to wait and see. I hope you enjoyed today's session. I know there was a lot of lore, a lot of conversation, a lot of heartbreak. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's session. You will all gain the benefits tonight of a long rest. You will all awake in the morning, attuned to your items, as I will say that you've attuned overnight. And with that, you all level up to level 6.
Yay!
So, between this session and next session, you can level up your characters. And in the morning, you will be joining Jinglethorn en route to Umbrasia.
Before we, I just want to shortly say, Elia's kind of getting wasted, I guess.
Okay.
And before he goes to bed, he's just, I don't know, I feel like he would be shaken because of those revelations, that he's really what he feared or something. And he would still remember the book, and he would kind of, before he goes to bed and passes out and stuff, he would write most the things that Jinglethorn told him about how he waited, how he guarded the rift, how Elirr came back.
Jinglethorn would have told you
that
he believes that you are in some way one of the Aarakocra who vanished.
Yeah.
But yeah, you get absolutely drunk before heading to bed. Very nice. Diego, you notice Mirabelle. And I'll say we'll begin next session with you coming up to Mirabelle.
Okay.
So we won't need to do that today.
Completely smashed.
You'll have time to think about how that interaction will go between this between this session and next session. Until then, thank you all for playing. Thank you all for watching. And yeah, we'll see you then. Bye-bye.